Yeah, she was jerking off for the FBI agent.
Darkness.
My hand. Yeah, sure, that'll do it. Yeah.
Bueno. Alrighty.
Hello and welcome to an unboxing.
Another unboxing.
Oh god. Fucking wonders are falling apart. Yes, me and my washing.
Oh, I was like, you have one of those like wardrobe things?
No, it's an arrow.
Yeah.
I am joined today by my familiar.
Hello, kitty.
The chunk.
Also dinner.
Familiar.
Nice.
And also the cat. Not the box in front of the cat.
I mean, he can eat the cat.
I forgot I ordered those. I want scrunchies. They're so colourful.
No.
I'm so happy.
And it's punching my way.
Hang on.
The best happiness of all time.
I want the middle one.
Middle one?
Mm.
It's like blue and pink.
Hell yeah.
Green.
So I bought a bunch of socks from JJ's without actually walking into JJ's.
Oh, you ordered from JJ's. I was like, huh? JJ's used to. Oh.
Puffin tops.
Oh, nice. Are they fluffy socks? Like
Cinnamon bunnies? No, I can't wear the fluffy ones. The fluffy ones I'm allergic to.
Oh.
Mac and cheese! And then rainbow. Thank you for coming to my unboxing.
Oh yeah, it was a legitimate unboxing. I thought you were just joking. I didn't realize what I did.
Ba-da-da-da.
I spent
All of a lot of money.
Oh, not a lot.
Well, I hope not. It just sucks on scrunchies.
Socks can be expensive, dude.
Yeah, but these socks are good. Like JJ's socks are nice. What are they called? The furry ones?
Yep.
Like, they last for ages.
JJ Crew.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Socks can be expensive. I just realized how expensive bonds are.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you should check out how expensive bras are.
I do all the time.
You should see how much my boxer shorts cost being a 6'6" guy.
I just tend since I've had no job, I tend to not wear underwear.
Then again,
I mean, that works. Then you don't have to wash it either. I mean, really, you're saving money.
It's
in the
really
long
a
run.
blessing, yeah.
Yeah.
Pants. Pants are expensive.
Oh.
When you're tall as fuck, it's like, can I find pants that fit?
I'm at that, like, apparently I've been told I've got the perfect body, like height, everything's in portion, so like I don't have to tailor up anything, so it's like, cool.
you can go to a bulk
Yeah, I was
store and you don't
gonna
have
say,
to worry
it
about
gets
shit.
worse if you're really tall and really skinny, because everything at my size is for bigger people.
So I remember my friend, it was his wedding, and he was stressing out because I took forever to get my suit tailored. He said, come on man, you gotta do it. I'm like, no, it'll be right, it'll be fine. I was just busy as well, because I was working full time. And then I finally did it, and then he just put one pin in the vest. He's like, yeah, done. Like, dude, you're perfect. You probably could have walked away just in the suit. I'm like, yeah, I thought so. And my friend was like, God damn it, I was stressed over this for weeks, dude. I'm like, what? Told you, we'll get it done.
I've gotten one suit that is finally well fitted enough between the legs and shit that I can actually move, dance, and all of that without worrying about it fucking collapsing on me.
Yeah. Yeah, I have ripped a few pants while dancing on the dance floor.
Dress pants are just not made for anything except sitting there and looking pretty.
Yeah. Looking like a boss.
Yeah,
Like a what?
a boss.
Like a boss.
Oh, I
Boss.
thought you said
boss.
Like a bus.
Like a bus. Bop, bop.
Bus as well. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, same.
Bus.
Yeah, like a
All aboard, motherfucker! We're going to Party Central!
Yeah. Get on the motherfucker bus.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, right.
Last time
Wait, are we?
on the story. Are we actually starting? He's here. Shit.
No, I was gonna tell a story that was not appropriate for stream. I'll leave that.
Yeah, leave that for after the stream is on.
Okay.
And then I was blasted.
I was just blasting. So, after reaching Wallachia, and Flip unfortunately finding the many wolf heads that are from the surrounding forested woods that adorn pikes outside the main gates, along with the main guards that watch the main gates, they seem to eye you warily, but still let you pass, seeing how you had reached the township during the time of the daylight. You figured very easily that, especially if you had arrived during the night, you would actually have a much harder time getting in. After patrolling through town a little bit, you had seen the larger church, which I accidentally described on the wrong side. It's actually on the western side, and that's my bad.
Oh, we're gonna start again. We can't go through knowing that I was up there.
Reroll the entire campaign.
So, also seeing Rick Tavio's carnival, as well as the massive trade yard that they have there, along with the town center that obviously has the Wicker Sun that's about to be celebrating the morning festival, the previous festival that was also aforementioned that you had found out as well. You decided to make way quickly towards the Burgomaster of Wallachia's house and mansion, just to make sure that you had gotten paid and that Irina and Ismark are safe as promised. Ismark has decidedly accompanied you for the time, but obviously intends to stay in Wallachia while the Burgomaster is here. But you can even see that there is already an air of unease due to the fact that between what the Burgomaster had amongst his personage, even sending Flip a little more further in depression with a bearskin rug, a bear head mounted on the wall, and a few other things in his hunting den that he had asked you to wait in. There was the other curiosity of that he seems to have been making sure that nobody is spreading depression, that everyone is as happy as can be at all times, even if it is a fake smile, to make sure that the overall depression isn't really happening. And even in the diluted argument of the Upside Down Minotaur and the Burgomaster having their discussion, you can tell he tried to have you as honored guest, but very quickly was dissuaded by this from Garen and everyone else's current behavior as they were all together, though did request that Ismark did not stay with the mansion at the time due to the fact that he wanted to make sure that Irina could be fully safe without anyone being too close to her at risk of, Strahd being able to slip in and not being able to confirm himself whether or not Ismark would be safe at all times, but he wanted to prove that he can fully take care of her himself. Though Ismark would obviously be allowed to visit. After discovering some children and other men and women that had been put in the stocks in the local town center with donkeys plastered on their head, you had found out that they haven't been allowed food for the whole week, and that after letting the kids have some of your rations, while telling the guards, here's a few coins and to go to the pub, Garen got extremely upset at the mother and told the children to close their eyes, and then immediately knocked her out.
Got knocked the fuck out.
After that, he went over, talked to one of the leather workers that he was procuring some saddles and other things from for the many forms of Flip.
Oh, no.
He had given the leather worker a few extra pieces of gold to make sure that the boys get enough food for the remainder of their time in the stocks. He agreed to this, especially since the guards obviously seem to have had their palms greased already and have already started neglecting their work, and so he agreed to that. After Flip had made his way to the pub ahead of time at all of this, he did notice that there were quite a few ravens at this Blue Water Inn. Aside from the old sagging roofs, walking in, he unfortunately got the full sight and view of many wolf heads mounted on the walls above near the catwalks and walkways, hanging above the barroom, showing that this town is fairly safe from those creatures in the woods. And after a brief Danica Martico, who had poured him a few drinks, sitting there and saying that, it wouldn't be wise to share his issues with certain things in town, otherwise his head might end up a pike, briefly mistook him for a werewolf, and then was quickly corrected. Aside from the few obvious guardsmen and watchers that keep the town that are having a drink, there are a few other peasants, as the rest of the party had made their way from the main market past another location that was oddly named Blinksy's Toys, which seemed to be fairly unsettling. But aside from that, being a little tired from your journey, also some people still hurt from the previous encounter outside of town with the aforementioned briefly transformed thorn blights, and also knowing that you still have one more potion that is kind of offset and discount. You made your way finally to the Blue Water Inn, finally made sight on Flip, and saw that he's okay for the time being. You also see that he's sitting next to someone who's very obviously passed out this time. Even passing by many of the people here before fully walking in, you've seen that there are a great portion of people who put on a face of, pretend happiness, others that seem maybe kind of genuinely happy that they're at least not getting bitten or blood-sucked every night like some of the other towns that they obviously believe to be happening. And
hey, this guy's passed out. I've been talking to this guy for hours.
He was out the whole time. You finally lift up the hood. He's just this pool's the size of his face of drool underneath the whole way.
But he's a good listener, that's all.
You've been buying him drinks and shit.
There's
I didn't drink for shit. I'll finish that for you, bud. It's okay.
There's 5 empty cups in front of him, but it's all from Flip already.
I'll buy you a drink. I'll finish that off for you, man. Don't worry about it.
But,
Number 2, man.
Oh, he's lagging behind. Better help him catch up.
Yeah.
but aside from all of this, as you do walk in, you do see that the other watchers seem to have been listening a little bit to Rotavio's stories. He doesn't seem to be much of a singer or anyone on a musical note, but you could tell that him being obviously carny folk, he and the ringmaster of the carnival, he says that he is. Obviously, there's not much of a carnival left from the looks of it. He seems to be at least good enough with his storytelling in the lands that he's seen around. So you could tell that he probably ended up stuck here like a good portion of other people.
Sucks to be him.
It really does.
Alright.
Well, I'm carrying this fucking robot prick.
That's right, you.
Yeah, who briefly shut down halfway walking, so you just scooped him up.
Scooped him up. His head is resting on the pillow that adorns one of my horns. I carry him in.
He's just currently holding him like a body pillow like this, and the head's just tucked against your hand.
Tucked up in, I'm just carrying him in. I drop the robot on the floor. You can walk yourself from here, I'd assume. And I make my way over to the bar with my buddy.
What's up, brother?
Hello. I see you've made friends.
I thought I made friends.
Is that man dead? Did you kill this man?
I don't think so.
Oh no, he's still breathing. He's still
breathing.
Jump into wolf mode and just jump into fox mode and sprint my fuck out of here.
Get the hell out of here.
We gotta get the fuck out.
Turn into dog mode and I'll ride you out. Go!
What's the message? Oh, heck.
I'm not using him to tag, by the way. It sucks.
And squeeze through.
Yeah.
Wave down the bartender. Me? Need? Hello?
We have ale and wine, honey. Sorry.
Hey, wine, please.
Okay.
Ale and wine.
Not in the
What
same
a
cup.
place.
I mean,
I'll have an ale and a wine in the same cup, please.
That's all I needed. A nice cup of ale.
I need an ale wine.
Aylwin.
The whale. They should name it the whale.
Alewood.
So with that, Ismark will request a pitcher of wine, and obviously she'll serve up all your drinks, and only 3 copper pieces.
Easy. Thank you.
Works for me.
3 copper. And the whole silver.
And 1 cheeseburger, please.
Down.
So she'll just keep the drinks coming for the time.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna give her a gold.
Yeah,
Because she seems to be doing the right thing.
it was nice to finish though. 1 gold for that.
With that and the purring of a random cat.
Bartender's really happy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So, she definitely. Thank you for that. I'll be sure to keep the drinks going all night for you.
Oh, what was that?
So, with that, you can see that even with the Watchers, they don't even seem to really pay any heed. You can see that they seem fairly enraptured in Rictavio's story, as he seems to be kind of sitting at the side of the window and just kind of telling various stories between beautiful places of sunlight, tropical paradises that he's seen, even experiences of unique fruits and drinks that he's had traveling these lands, and some of them that have been able to make more colorful dressings, and how some people have basically where their wealth is defined by how much color they wear. So they have tapestries that are just weaved with immaculate decadence. So,
Dwarf, did you get a room when we got here?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
The big one.
I think maybe we should drag the robot into the room, as it's currently very unresponsive to all forms of poking and prodding.
yeah, don't worry, he's in the coat rack, see? He's hung him up to dry.
He's like in the.
Chill out.
Excuse you. I am the coat rack.
I see. The robot
Put
is
the
you.
door.
How the robot got money off the room.
Yeah. Just
Wait, how much was that?
a silver piece for the night. At which the main way to the room, she's pointed out, seems a bit inconvenient, but it also keeps the main bar safe, where you would head up the front, and this would be the main step up.
Alright.
At which you could tell this is all wrought iron fence going around protecting the front, and as well as a well out front that's free use for anyone.
I love wrought iron fences. They're my favorite.
You already have a door!
It's a gate, thank you. It's not a door.
Wrought iron gate, sorry. Portcullis.
Yeah. Which I drag around behind me like an asshole.
So, with that, obviously having some time to sit down, start drying your feet off, and get a little warmer, especially by the hearth and other, drinks and forms in here, and especially just shared warmth of having a lot more people in this building. You can tell, especially with Rick Tavio telling stories, people seem to be pretty genuinely interested. Some still kind of look, fairly dead inside, but you assume that's just because how this land has effectively drained most of their vibrance of life.
Hell yeah.
I asked the bard to sing us a song to brighten the mood.
With that, he kind of rubs the back and says,
Not him, our bard.
Oh,
Fuck him.
A real bard. Fuck that guy.
What the guy?
Our bard is twice the bard you'll ever be, and she'll fight you for it.
I don't fight anybody.
Oh, not fighting.
Hear that? She's gonna fight you for it.
She said, "Fuck you." That's what I heard.
This ale wine is really fucking me up.
Oh my fucking god.
But wash why?
So.
This is where I want to be. Oh!
It wasn't me.
You feel the music in your soul.
Lame.
Super nutty.
That got real loud.
Sorry. It's the microphone. Picks up everything.
Everything.
Did you hear that fart? Yeah, that was my neighbor.
Oh my fucking god.
That was a frog outside.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I know it.
Well,
I mean, I will perform with the other bard if required.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
she
but
would
do
like
that.
to sleep. But I am actually not going to perform because I am a scared little bitch. I keep looking at my face while I'm talking instead of y'all. I am scared.
I do it all the time.
Looking at you, Cage.
well, I have no interest in hearing any bards, so I am going to go to bed.
Alright.
Damn, I was just gonna viciously mock the crowd, alright.
No. We don't want that. We don't want that.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
I'll go to bed too.
Alright.
Yeah.
I thank the bartender for being such a good chick.
Do
I'll
not
play
thank
some
her.
more.
We already paid her way too much.
I'm saying thank you. Yeah, she might look after us and protect us in case somebody comes and kills us, and then
I mean, if you're worried about that, you can stay up. No one's stopping you.
I mean, I'm not now.
I'm not going to sleep now, fuck you!
Don't worry about it now, because I thanked her and she's going to protect us.
What?
So. She gives you a nod and tells you to rest well.
I will. Good.
And, so. As, Art, you and Watcher are kind of the last ones there for the time being. You do hear a few of
I
the...
can be disguised as a coat rack. Do not talk to me. I will remain in this corner through the whole night.
There you go.
So, you do overhear that a few people are kind of mumbling about the Burgomaster. And,
Burgomaster.
yes, the one
Yeah,
that...
she's like,
Here, hold on. I'll drag you guys up to the inn room.
I was exploring the house.
I was just thinking it was there.
Get you guys.
Yeah, we get to go upstairs. Ah!
There.
Yeah.
And then,
Which one's our?
just to show
Well,
you.
Phil just spelled
Yeah.
40 into the floor.
Oh.
That's why I purposely put the token marker there that says open to the below to be like a...
I read it after. I read it afterwards.
There you are. That would be the large room as requested, along with a personal table and footlockers.
I'm gonna sleep on the ground
On
here
the
because
table? That's a table.
yeah, well, not there. I moved.
Alright, you don't want to
Actually,
sleep
it's
in
under
bed.
the table.
Oh, there's 5 of us, and since me being a wolf, I don't really need like.
The
raise my
robot
voice.
doesn't sleep.
Oh yeah, true. Fuck
There's
you.
5 of us? Oh, there is 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second.
Fuck the NPC, he can sleep at the table, the bastard.
He can sleep on top of the table.
He'll pay for his own room. Hey,
Fuck off.
not gonna expect you guys to pay for his fucking room just after you got paid. That's fucked up. But
Yes, you've been paid. Let's pay your way.
he will be at the accompanying room next to yours. Because obviously that one is full.
Yeah.
So, let's see. You do hear some of the villagers talking about how one of them sits there in a very low tone. I've been seeing weird purple flashes, just brilliant lights coming through the windows in the Burgomaster's mansion. I swear, it's just definitely the work of the devil. You've seen that Master God's arm. There's no way he's not doing some kind of sick magic up there. The other one across from him, you can hear him chime in. I know. At the same time, if you're looking for anyone like that, I definitely think that Lady Fiona should definitely be the one in charge of this town. I don't trust the Burgomaster. Trying to make people smile all the time. That's almost like a sick game. I know she would like to have enough people to rally behind her, but aside from the few other travelers that come through and that weird Carney guy, I don't think there's really anyone who's able to actually undermine what the Burgomaster's doing right now. It's also the other idiots that still support him, thinking that they're actually safe with him.
Push that downstairs. Damn.
With that, on a final note, you do hear another person kind of mumbling. Yeah. At the same time, you don't have to worry about it. At least he keeps the Vistani at their camp out towards the north ends. Doesn't have to worry about it. Keeps them away from all of us. Even if he is dealing with the devil, he keeps those ones at least out where we're safe enough. We don't have to worry about them stealing anything.
Fucking thieves.
Yeah.
So,
Blinding thieves, the lot of them.
So, with that, you do see as well, as you know, pending whenever you intend to go up to sleep, you do see, as Rictavio finishes his story, the two watchers that are there, they get up, you know, put down a few more silver coins on the table to pay for their drinks. And you do hear them kind of laughing and chuckling, enjoying at least a more, you know, jolly story about, you know, lands that actually still see the sun, areas that are a lot more colorful, you know, exotic fruits that, you know, give different tastes and sensations. And then the other one, tells them, "Come on, Carl. We still have to deal with all those hunters that brought in all the wolves and direwolf pelts. It's good that they're clearing the roads. I've been hearing that there's a lot more that are attacking people who are traversing it more openly. I don't know what seems to have the devil on end, but we gotta make sure that we keep those gates shut and tight at night." At that, you hear as they pass through the main door, and they quickly call out to Rictavio, "Thanks for the stories, old man. Hopefully you're around. We'll share a drink with you next time." With that, they'll out the front door. They don't even seem to notice Watcher as they collect their coats.
One of them grabs Watcher instead of his coat.
Oh man,
This thing is really fucking heavy.
Just drags him out the front.
Heck, after fun story time, I guess it's time for me to go to bed too.
Yeah. That. As Mark will make his way out, Rictavio as well, as they start to close down the bar for the night.
Thank you. It's a nice bar. I like it.
Itadakimasu.
Might want to take your friend there with you. Points at Watcher.
Like she can drag Watcher.
I knock on Watcher. Hello?
Ting off the faceplate. Watcher. Hello?
Hello?
Some
Hey,
of
buddy,
the coats were really nice.
Well, grab some.
Maybe
Grab
you can
yourself
replicate
one.
them.
Do I have any coats currently?
Currently, there's only one. The other
Okay.
guards and commoners took theirs.
I put it on and just leave.
Alright, I'll give you a day.
I don't know if I showed this one to you previously, so you know what Rotavio looks like.
Is that what his coat looks like?
Hey, Tavio.
Is that the coat that Rossie's just put on?
Yes, because
Holy
he's the last one to leave.
Badass.
Rosie, that's a nice fucking coat. Holy shit.
Wait. Oh, fuck, what's his name? What is
He looks like the dude from Series of
Yeah,
Unfortunate
why
Men.
does he look like the Neil Patrick Harris version of fucking Count Olaf?
They do! Oh, heck.
Never seen that, but yeah.
The good mutton chops gone down
Oh,
the side.
no, you need to... Hang on.
It's the hair as
Google.
well.
I know who it is. Like, I've seen the trailer.
Like, that is
Yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris as Count Olaf. That's what this fucking picture is.
Yo, look at
It's
his
weird,
fucking
because I'm pretty
shoes.
sure this came out
Look at them
way before
shoes.
that did.
So I thought he looked familiar when I
Oh, it's that outfit too.
Look
Mm-hmm.
at his shoes.
Here, let's go,
Can we steal this man's shoes? I
I
don't wear boots, but there's some nice fucking boots.
What are those? Sorry.
in my Crocs.
What are those?
Alright.
Oh, heck. I zoomed down and broke everything.
The white jacket, yeah.
So, aside from all that, I assume you follow our watcher? I'm gonna go with yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
GG, good input.
I totally know where I'm going. Oh,
Yeah!
there's only one room.
You found us!
Yes,
Hello.
the other doors are shut.
I mean,
I mean, pretend to chase something in my dream.
I've
You're shredding the pillow.
already.
That bed was like extra comfy. The pillow was working really great for me.
hey, I have extra pillow,
I know.
Some over something.
extra cushion. I was asleep before I hit the bed, dude. I was asleep, standing up, and just fell face first onto the fucking bed.
Pillow advantage.
Damn right.
Alright. So, with that,
Only Josh has been live.
thanks, Twitch.
Thanks, phone. You're great. Egg.
Just
Egg.
hearing fucking egg. So, as you are, asleep for the time. Everything is passing just fine. Watcher, I would imagine you're checking some of the pockets of your new coat. Question mark.
Hint, hint. Check those pockets.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, eventually.
Eventually, all right. So obviously, you got some time. So with that,
Good all night.
pretty much, you let's see. Actually, end up finding 3 wooden stakes and holy water.
Oh.
It was fucking Van Helsing. I know it.
Looks like we're prepared.
I have 9 of those already. I have 9 wooden stakes and like 6 holy water.
More prepared.
Extra prepared.
Josh,
Yes.
I think everyone else some people got the notification too. It's funny.
It's about
Twitch.
time. Thanks, Twitch.
Legend, Twitch, legend.
Ah, those notifications, so on time.
Mm-hmm.
I could see why people leave their shit on going prepared for 15 minutes. So,
Yeah.
Makes some sense.
yeah, I think I'll probably just start doing that. So,
Let's leave all the faff of us talking about random shit
Oh yeah, that's
in the
prepared.
very beginning.
that's usually what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean, it's the best content.
honestly, is sometimes.
You forget me actually screaming.
So, obviously the night will pass uninvited. You do hear a few people downstairs cleaning up the bar, but other than that, after it is a very silent night. It's actually very restful.
What a slap.
So, come in the morning, you can hear the liveliness of the bar kind of pick up a little bit. Some people who come in for breakfast or even just a morning glass of wine before they go about their day, obviously to have it start a little bit better.
Can't get by without my morning glass of wine.
I mean, I'm gonna go downstairs and have another ale wine before we leave this place. Holy
Alright.
fuck.
Alright.
Shit's delicious. And by that I mean it's fucking disgusting.
Does not sound great. Gonna be
It's a
real.
good way to clear that early morning sickness. Just vomit outside and you're good to go for the rest of the day.
No, oh yeah, that's good point.
I mean, that's the logic I live by. Robot, that is a nice fucking coat.
I see.
Thank
Where
you.
the hell did you get that?
Some idiot just left it on me.
Well, I guess it pays off to sit in a coat rack.
Remind me to do that next part.
Well, it was the reason I stood there as a coat rack.
I
Really?
appreciate it.
Yes.
Oh.
I figured I'd probably get a good coat out of it.
It is a nice coat.
I didn't think it would be this good, though. I was thinking more just like a furred winter jacket.
With mints in the
That
bucket.
man is going to be very upset that he lost his fucking coat.
I mean, if you're dumb enough to put on a fucking robot, then
When your perception is low enough that the robot looks like a coat rack, you deserve to have it stolen.
I can just imagine him just look at it twice and go, "Meh, okay."
I'm imagining Rosny standing like this, and he just lays it across the arms.
Yeah.
As he lays it down, the hands curl around the pills of the coat, just goes, thank you.
No. The hands are open, and you hook it over the hand, like over the fingers.
And just grabs it.
The thumb is bent a bit so that it won't fall down.
Makes sense.
Alright. So, obviously you can go down and get some breakfast.
Breakfast.
Breakfast!
Breakfast.
Obviously there is, Flip throws himself down the fucking line.
Okay.
Oh! Alright. I'll throw you all into the bar. Over the railing.
Oh, hell yeah.
There. Ah. There.
Morning.
And Ismark will accompany you. Ah.
Good boy here, too.
So, the bar matron, welcome you. We have some fresh wolf steaks if you want some, as well as, sounds a bit odd, but grape mash as well. There's not too much else that we can offer.
I don't eat meat, so I'll take some of the grape mash, but also some ale wine, please.
Very well.
I was gonna say, can I eat this meat from Flip?
You fucking better not.
he just gives you that.
A side of wine.
He
It's a
just
Russian.
fucking gives you that side eye, like, you motherfucker.
I asked. I didn't order without contemplating.
I'm just imagining Phil sitting there, one hand on his sword, just, you better not. Just plucking the blade. Don't fucking do it. Don't you touch that. Or like rubbing a fang.
I was gonna staff, just going.
This
will go up your ass.
Oh, well. What's all this then?
Yes.
But Ismark will get one.
Yes.
You just lost the hell out of me,
And gained one in me. What a ballsy man.
He's gonna be like, oh no, this tree's attacking me. I'm gonna be like, oh.
Well, that's a fucking shame, isn't it, John?
That's pretty damn unfortunate, friend. Awakens another tree. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Grabs the magic potion and yeets it at the tree. Grow more arms!
You just see like 18 branches pop out because it just doubles the number. Yeah, it's the whooping tree.
This one's known as the whoop-ass tree.
Chomping whooper.
Yeah. So, as you're having your breakfast, Ismark will look to the rest of you and more of a casual conversation because obviously he's a lot more relieved that Irene is fine. What are the rest of you intending to do? Well, more or less where to go.
Leave this town. I don't care where. We're just leaving this town.
I told you yesterday we're going back to check on Irina. That is the plan for me.
I think that's a good idea. I heard some fun stories last night. I don't think they realized I was conscious, or that when they whispered while drinking, it wasn't really whispering, it was more like projecting across the entire tavern.
You were sitting right next to him.
It was
What
project.
was said?
Okay, I
Never
was.
happens to me, I swear.
I was here. I thought it was the guys over here.
No, they were sharing the fanciful story.
Whispering.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I didn't realize the old guy looked different until Rosie took his coat.
All these humans, they just look the fucking same to me. It's even more fucked up because that man was a half-elf.
I know what he looks like. I know what he looks like. The rest of them,
They all blend in. They're all peach. They're all peach to me.
Cow.
I
That's
mean,
fucked
really.
up.
What other cow? The cow's a bit different.
What? Excuse you.
I corrected myself after the fact. Yeah, I'll regale them of the story of the
exactly.
magic being seen
I
through the
get
window.
it.
And also of the very, very lightly the people hunting the wolves and the werewolves and
Maybe we just don't mention that bit.
I'm gonna mention it because he needs to know. I feel like he'd probably kick my ass if I didn't say anything.
Yeah. And that they've been attacking people on the main road.
Maybe he can stop it. Is that Flip will just remain to look dead on the inside because I mentioned something about wolves.
Being hunted.
What you're telling me is that my gut instinct about this man was right.
Mm-hmm. They seem to believe that someone else would be better running the town, a female. I can't remember her name, but I wanted to say it was Karen.
Fucking Karen, are you serious? Of course she wants to see the manager of the town.
Let me speak to your manager. So the lady that you had heard about was Lady Fiona.
Oh, Fiona!
It
Right.
rhymes with Karen.
Totally.
Lady Fiona!
Fiona.
You know?
I mean, it's the same about the letters in both. I've got that going for me. None of them really correspond
Well,
at all.
They both have an A.
That's true.
And
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
And obviously those are things that you have just heard.
Yes. There's some truth behind them, maybe? I don't know. People in this town could be different when they're drunk.
And also, yeah, you mentioned the magic going off, or well,
Yes.
assumed magic. Yeah, the lights
Pretty
coming from the
yes.
attic of the Burgermaster.
Yeah, and that detail, and not just yeah, lol, weird magic, eh?
Oh, so purple light.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Fucking Thanos, I know.
And so the people think that he's working with Strahd? Or did they just say the devil?
The devil?
But the-
And at some point, you think they'd realize they were sitting near me.
Well,
I
you
could be
know,
a devil. I've got
maybe they're working for you.
someone.
You just don't remember. I can give you another horn if you wish, but I will want it back. It
See, that's
will
yours.
not
You
match
earned it
your
fair and
skin
square.
It will not match your skin tone.
You earned yours fair and square. I don't need one. I'm good.
What about a vampire tooth? Would you like one of those?
Fucking dickhead's
Maybe.
jaw.
No, that's mine. I'm not giving that up.
What do we have? Oh, and the branch.
Yeah, and the branch. Well, the half of a branch, because I beat Rosie over the back of the fucking head with it. Yeah, I play with my food because after watching it literally slide through my fork, I am not eating this.
Kind
Yeah.
of like eating a condiment.
Grape
Does
mush
look
is.
like-
Like a grape
Looks
relish
like
or tomato sauce.
jam. It
Soup-
looks like
soup does that, eh?
jam.
Grape mush doesn't look very appealing.
Okay, somebody's failed attempt at jam. Gotta
Someone
smush it
went-
a bit more, make it a bit.
Eh.
Gotta de-skin that stuff, man.
They just didn't put sugar in it, that's what it is. It isn't bound together.
Wait, if it's mash, what kind of mash is it? Did they make it like mashed potato, but just sub in grapes instead of potatoes? Is there butter and flour, like butter in this? I don't know where I got flour.
What kind of
Is there
mash
butter
do you
in
I
it?
haven't heard that. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
In some countries, yes.
What, grape mash?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
flour.
butter and flour
flour.
in your match.
Oh, butterfly. Somebody's probably done it. I mean, I've heard
Are
of
you
butter
gonna
and
make
onion
a
sandwiches.
By accident, so it had to
Potato
have happened.
cake? Are you making a cake?
Yeah, that's what it would. I'll be back. I'm gonna try something.
God.
Don't go make a potato cake, mate. Don't.
Potato pancakes
Yeah,
are
do it.
delicious.
Yeah, but that doesn't have flour in it.
Yeah, it does.
But would it cook the same in a pot? No, but you just. No, never mind. You just.
I love Phil's like actually contemplating
Because
making
you're not cooking it, because it's just like you put the milk and butter in,
Yeah.
and then you sprinkle flour, and it'll just be like, oh, cool.
it.
I've
There would
made
just
myself
be
potato
chunky
porridge.
gross flour in it.
Depends on how you put the flour in. If you're making it like a white sauce, if you whisk it in enough, it's going to be smooth and nice. And we've really
No.
gone off topic. I can
No,
teach
we
you how to make
haven't,
white
no.
sauce.
Milk,
This
butter
is what
down.
we're discussing now.
Put the flour in, and then make a
I
little-
mean, we
You
literally
put the
had
butter in,
a.
you put the flour in, then you add the milk and you get it all to a really nice texture. And then you add your cheese and then it's fucking great.
Yes.
Then you can season.
You gotta have onions in it as well.
I'm not
Diced
a
up
big fan
nice.
of onion.
Dice it up
I'm really
nice and
sorry,
small.
Josh.
Oh no, it's fine. I love it.
No, you see, this is exactly like the time when we just left the other town and we were discussing turning Phil into
Yeah.
a
We're
crippled
having
gag
breakfast,
car.
explaining. This is the exact conversation. We're having breakfast and talking about mashed potatoes.
Well, this is not potatoes. This is shit.
Yeah, we're talking about it today. We're talking about this cool.
Sure.
And I hope this lady's
I
getting
waved,
tips from us right now.
I waved the barmaid over. I'm like, is there any thicker source of this? Because this is soup.
Wait, chill warm
Huh?
or flavor? Can I flavor this to taste like anything, like actual mashed potato?
I like that Strahd is now talking about cooking with adventure.
Hey, what do you reckon, Strahd? You
No,
put
no.
that on your mashed
Cooking
potatoes?
with-
Is that a thing, Strahd?
I could tell everyone to throw a few bits of it to reduce it in a skillet and make it a little more solid for you.
Please, for the love of God.
All right.
This is gonna go through me faster than holy water through a poor child. Get this out of here.
So that should going back briefly, you do see a little bit of the other family that's there.
Oh,
Hello, other family.
But even though you wouldn't know the name unless you asked her, but essentially this is the people who run the Blue Water Inn.
the kid deserves to be punched in the face. I'm telling you right now.
He's fucking beaten. He needs a good beating. Holy shit. Also, the guy in the chair is like, oh.
He looks like Butcher from, but with a massive beard, a bigger beard from that Amazon show, the superhero show.
Yeah.
Boys. Yeah.
Yeah. The lady in the back looks like she smelt something that is rotting. And she's like, oh, what the fuck is that?
It's even better because she's the one who's serving you drinks.
Oh.
And then there's the kid in front of her that looks like he's the reason that something smells bad. He's like, he's squeezing one out real quick.
He's at the front, definitely fucked. He's like, yep. That was all me, baby. I ate all that great stuff, and it was all me, baby. Like you said, that shit goes for you. You're not wrong.
Oh, God.
Where do you think it came from?
Oh.
That's how they did the grapes.
First there's grapes, and there's the raft.
And look, there's some corn in my grape mash. What the fuck?
Where'd you get this corn? Well, the horse feed. Fickin' did up for you.
This kid was caging going,
Oh, I hate it. It's like there's carrot and everything. Because it's just solidified fats.
So, as you wait a little bit. It does come out thicker. It actually probably comes out on the little bit of a crispier side because they cooked in the same skillet as the wolf steak.
oh, good. I can't eat this anymore.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but if they haven't told you,
Yeah, did you hear about it? Do you know about it?
That's true.
Do I know about it, Josh?
She does not tell you, but she does give you the play of a nice crispier grape kind of pancake.
Well, I eat it. I ate the whole thing.
Sorry, I don't know about it.
All right.
Well, no, Phil. My character is vegetarian. I
Yeah.
don't eat meat.
I know. I'm just saying for my sake, I don't know about it, so you're good with me at the moment.
Tastes like a crispier purple mash. It's not anywhere near watery. It's just actually not too bad.
It's
No.
good.
Yeah.
Maybe you
Those
should
weird kinda
like this from now on. This is much better. This is edible.
I'll have to let my husband know to keep doing that then. I'll keep it on the menu.
Good idea.
Does he find a beard hair in it, or?
Not at all.
Mate, with the amount of hair that's on my fucking face, there's no way I'd be able to pick a beard hair out of it. I am a cow man.
Just thinking about the fact of like how big his molars are, he probably wouldn't even feel it either.
It just disappeared.
Fucking mashed and gone.
I mean,
That's pretty good. That's much better burnt than it is whatever the hell that was.
Hey man, charcoal's good for you too.
sure.
Yes.
That's true.
We had this discussion the other day.
That's right.
Don't eat regular charcoal, kids. Has to be activated charcoal.
Yeah,
And you can
proper medical grade charcoal.
Summon that charcoal.
Alright,
And
so
if you do consume it, be careful about what kind of medications you're on, because sometimes it interferes and stops the medications from working.
it's true.
Esmeralda.
die.
Do your research. So, after a very nice breakfast, especially uniquely of purple mesh pancakes, which are made from grapes, probably the most interesting thing you've had to eat yet. But Ismark does have another, nice glass of wine as well as another wolf steak before leaving with you.
Fucking
Can you not eat that in front of the dwarf, please?
Oh, that's why I'm not sitting next to him. That's why I'm sitting behind him.
It makes him angry.
Damn
We
right.
have to deal with angry dwarf.
Are you sitting at that table near the front door the whole time?
Yeah, I'm just like eyeing him down.
He's like,
It's with that he.
rage.
Well, in that case, he'll just sit there and keep eating it anyway until it's done.
Yeah, fucking do it, man. Do it.
I'm imagining him. He's like locked eyes with Bill, and he's like,
Oh, that man's gonna die.
All right. Well, so.
"You should try the. You should try the purple pancake. It's a lot better than the mash." I see he's being laser beamed across. Phil's used control fire from the earth, and he's just. Fuck you!
So he sits there. He's like, "It does look rather appetizing. I'll have to try that next time we come back here."
However, it's hard enough to hammer a fucking nail into a board with, so be careful with your teeth.
I'll probably ask mine for not burnt.
Well, to each their own. Reminds me of the grasses back home.
Come see, come so.
Commissar. So.
You said "cum suck." I was like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
I said, come see, come so. It's French for this and that.
Yeah. I just threw out
Yeah,
Commissar because that's the first shit that came to my mind after.
Commissar.
Alright. So, with that, sorry to get rid of your laser beams.
Thank you.
Laser beams.
Fuck that guy.
Obviously, Ismark will make ready so he can go visit Irina and see how she slept, especially being in a safer town. Obviously, that's properly watched.
Irina, I barely knew her.
I assume you obviously accompany him from what you were originally planning.
At least I will. I didn't account for anyone else. I'll at least go with him.
Alright.
Oh, I want to go. I want to see if we can find anything out about the funky lights.
I'm sticking with Garen.
Probably just throw 'em.
Alright.
And the dwarf I will pick up and carry with us because he is not here.
Pick up the dwarf.
Just pick him up by the top of his head with one hand and just carry him down the street. Ew.
So you head down the southern paths past the four-way intersection of the two-way split back down towards the Burgomaster's mansion. I slide you guys over to here real quick.
Oh, I'm gonna get to interact with that maid again.
So, with that, let me just adjust where you guys are currently, as well as some of the people in the house.
Is that my maid right there?
It is. Which is marked over here.
I didn't find shit ever. I just gave Hannah a kiss. And I had my headphones around my neck, and all she hears is, "I get to interact with that maid again." She looks at me, she's like, "Is he okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's fine."
Yes.
Man's just
He's
lost.
more than okay.
He's fucking crazy.
He gets to
the
torture
lift.
this poor woman again. No problem. I set you down and pat you gently on the head. Good boy. Hello again, maid.
Oh, fuck, it's you guys.
I see you haven't fixed the floor yet.
Surprisingly, actually, it is fixed.
Good. Oh, yeah.
Well,
It looks
well,
like
I can fix that.
it looks like nothing happened at all. Actually,
Could we check the Huntsmaster's room?
with that, she definitely welcomes you to come wait in the Huntsmaster room if you like. She does also inform you that the main mansion is open if you wish to walk around to some of the more open areas of the floors. The mistress was previously entertaining a good portion of guests yesterday, so there was not far that we could travel.
So you can give us the full tour?
I could, if you like.
I mean, I just want to go to the Huntsmaster's room, seeing how well the floor is fixed. Whether or not there's a new bear head on the wall.
Oh yeah, well, she'll lead you down the hall. You look in the room. The bear head is definitely fucking gone. It's still.
What about the rug?
The rug. Did you guys take that? I thought you left that behind.
Yes, I did.
All right.
I took that rug.
There looks to be a temporary rug that was probably. Definitely does not match the den. It looks like some kind of more of a fanciful rug that was probably put into storage because it looks a little more beat up. It doesn't look very new like the bearskin rug was.
I comment and say you should really get hire a interior designer.
And
Don't worry, I'll help them out. I take the rug.
All right, and the couch cushion is still definitely missing.
It's attached to my fucking head in bed.
Yeah, it's not missing. We know where it is.
I take the rug and then leave. I'm good. Roll it up, stuff it in my backpack, and away we go.
So you have fucking gross. Yeah. All right, so you're currently hefting around a bearskin rug, a bear head, the shield emblem.
I gave Phil the bear.
Oh, okay, that's right. That's right. Phil is. But you got the.
I just have the bearskin rug, and I thought I got rid of the shield.
That's right, you did. You did. But you're still.
Yeah, I got a bearskin rug and a regular rug.
Yeah, with that, while you're walking around with the portcullis and all that. Hey,
yeah, just dragging the portcullis through the house. By the way, I didn't leave that at the door. That's behind me still, just on the floor. Just.
So with that, she's kind of sitting there cringing, like, could you please leave that rug there? The bearskin. Nope. Okay then. Okay. You could tell she wants to say something else, but you could tell she knows that she's not gonna stop the fucking giant minotaur. And
if you think you can stop me taking the rug, please speak your mind. I want to hear your take on the situation.
I'm definitely not a warrior, but I would ask you kindly to at least put the rug back. But I don't think you're going to listen to me anyway.
I'd consider it, but I need to hear you speak your mind on the matter.
Say, please, Daddy. You'll put it down.
Please don't say that.
Well, as much as I do appreciate your love and taste of the design and furnishings of this place, would you please put it down? It is rather difficult to especially find a tapestry weaver that at least provides somewhat decent rugs to furbish a house.
I'll just say, put down the rug, because that means they're just going to find another excuse to go hunt another bear. If that makes sense.
That is true.
Put the rug down and step on it a little bit before I leave the room.
No,
just a big muddy hoof print right in the
giant hoof print right in the middle. And it's a little bit frayed on the edge now because I ran my foot over the edge a little bit, trying to clean some of the mud off my hooves, you know.
Alright.
And then I rejoin them in the hall. There you go. Your rug is back and better than ever.
Thank you for putting that back. You could see she still like stares at the giant muddy hoof print for a moment. She does beckon over towards the other door. So the first room that we originally were not able to show you, the area where the mistress was entertaining guests with, the main dining room.
Fancy.
Which you can see a beautiful chandelier, wrought iron, fitted with wax candles that hangs over a polished wooden dining table. Around the table are seated 8 leather chairs around the various sections, and with the high-back chairs, you can see that they are faded, but also still well kept and polished nicely. As well as that, you can see there are various decorations that obviously show the excitement, and even in his own household, he decorates for each of the festivals that the Burgermaster seems to come up with.
Hey, Tiefling.
Mhm.
Do you think that we need some chairs in the windmill? These are nice chairs.
We haven't seen them, but we don't know if we need chairs or not.
You don't know that we don't.
We should come back if we don't have any chairs there.
Okay, I want to
You know where
talk
they go
about
back, yeah.
the chairs. I
Hey, what?
walk up to this and knock this chair over, and then walk back. Fuck your chair.
I was really concerned you were gonna say hold the gate while I grab the fucking chandelier.
I considered it. I considered it. I considered stealing the chandelier in the death house as well. But when I touched a tapestry in the death house, the entire house rotted. Like the room we're in rotted, and I was like, I don't want to touch the chandelier anymore.
No.
Okay. So, as this goes through, you do hear Ismark briefly ask, "Where's Irina? I was hoping." She quickly points out, "Oh, if you take the main stairs, go around the 2 bends, and the first hall you meet on the right, the far end right-hand door." He looks to the rest of you. Enjoy your tour. I'll meet up with you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if you need anything, just give us a shout.
Just don't ask for directions, because I heard go up the stairs and knock on every door.
I heard go up the stairs and tear all the things off the wall, but that's just me.
Hey, Walker, how about another drink?
What?
I said to Watcher, how about another drink? Since you so enjoyed the wine here.
Do not try to outdrink the robot dwarf.
Oh, I'm not drinking. I'm just saying, Watcher, have a
I
drink.
do not think I need a new polishing job.
Okay.
The last one is still serving me fine.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we did that last time we were here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Watcher had a bath.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna close this door behind me as I exit. Where next?
Alright.
Sir, I distinctly stare at her and be like, "Where to, sir?"
Well, if you follow me this way, she'll lead to the next 2 doors, which will allow me to get those with the dynamic lighting, which they're a little harder because they're thinner. And then I'll also open the one. Oh.
There's a woman in there.
So to the southern room, you can see there is a preparation room. White sheets cover 2 plain wooden tables. In the center of the room are neatly arranged. On top of the table is a complete set of polished silverware. The other table is covered in wicker baskets containing turnips and beets. To the northern area of yourselves, you can see it is the servants' quarters. There are 4 simple beds, along with an equal number of plain wooden trunks that obviously adorn the room, along with a simple table in the middle. Obviously, they keep all their respective items while they are working within the mansion. And then finally, to the far western wall, as you can see, is the kitchen, where you can see a cook wearing a white apron over a black smock that busies himself in the warm, well-appointed kitchen, as well as, if you go inside, a staircase that climbs the corner to the upper floor. So, as she goes to grabs the fucking. At that point, you see the maid look disgruntled at you. Sir, I understand you think you can steal everything, but I'm going to have to tell you to put those spoons back. I am responsible.
Okay, I put them back, but I bend all of them. just a slight bend, you know, just...
Like when you put it through ice cream and it bends a little bit.
Just a slight
you bend it
bend.
back and it's still not the same.
But all of them have a different bend in them.
Oh.
Like, some of them are a bit more bent backwards, but some are just a tiny...
From the sideways.
I just imagine
Also,
like one by one.
Just bend all of the prongs. There you go. You can have it back now. I don't want it anymore.
They're useless now.
Enjoy your spoons, sir.
I will, sir.
Excuse me, it's ma'am. Get it right.
Sorry, sir.
Did you just assume my gender?
Did you just assume my gender?
It's the motherfucking year 20, thank you very much. You should know better.
It's the year 20.
Not 2020, just the year 20. 2-0. Oh. With that, she kind of, gives like the motherly kind of eyeball look towards you.
I like you. You've got a fighting spirit.
Would you like to join us?
If you follow me this way...
Father you that way?
Okay, we'll father you that way.
I will definitely father you in a minute.
You can try.
Bend him over your knee, I dare you.
Please.
You could have been me.
Any day of the week.
It's always the maid costume that gets me this.
So where's Alina?
Upstairs.
Upstairs, I had originally addressed the good sir to. So with that, allow me to...
Feel his body blocking. Fucking watch her on the stairs. Ha! Ha!
Oh, there we are. Thank you.
He's just creep blocking me.
Alright, just so you can see that.
Ooh, are these...
Cool.
Do I see paintings?
You do. So, this is the upstairs gallery. The staircase climbs 20 feet to a beautiful pointed gallery that continues towards the west, almost running the entire length of the mansion. Framed landscape paintings line the walls, and red silk drapes cover 10-foot-tall arched windows with leaded glass. As you reach the top of the 10-foot-wide gallery staircase, it stretches the whole length of the mansion. Breathtaking paintings cover the walls all the way up to there as well, with the separate narrow halls leading away from the main gallery northward.
So anything in particular on these paintings? Or is it just like areas around the town sort of thing?
Just very beautiful landscapes covering the areas.
Maid, are you gonna get mad if I take a painting?
Of course I would, sir. You have not paid for it, and nor did the Lord give you permission to take one of his personal paintings from his gallery.
You didn't give me permission for the bearskin rug either. Or the cushion.
That would be something he considered a gift. Did not let anything really continue to have issue with that.
Well, we'll see. I'm gonna ask him about his paintings. Is he in today? Or is he out torturing more children for not smiling?
I do not see him torturing children ever, but he is in his main study planning the next event after the Morning Lord celebration.
You guys have way too many festivals.
It does keep the town safe.
Sure. I think the guards do that.
And the walls.
Everything does. So, if you will follow me.
I'm sick of dragging my gate around. I just drop it down the staircase. It's open to below. I'll pick this up on the way out.
Which end do you drop, the top or the bottom first?
Bottom.
It sticks in the floor.
Just...
It's a spiked top rock, right? So she just kind of visibly cringes and just like, as you follow me down the main hall of the gallery.
She's good at her job.
Oh yeah.
She
I'm impressed.
points out the various paintings and stages that they were painted before Strahd's claim to the land, as well as some that were obviously from the outside, traded inwards. Some that show.
Some Chewingas, I believe they're fantasy.
So there.
One was painted by Van Bo.
Yeah. You know what? There definitely is a picture of a jungle with a chewinga in it.
Yes! So happy.
Because it does say landscapes, it doesn't say where. So definitely that one in the center hall, the most unique, has the chewingas that seem to be sitting there rolling what looks like to be maybe a coconut back and forth.
Yes.
So
I take it this painting pleases you?
Yes.
Good to know.
So I presume you would like to speak with the Lord today or now.
First we want to go see Irina, but you need to go tell her that we're on our way. We need to discuss something in private.
Very well.
Please.
This way. And she leads you down the first northern hall here.
No one go anywhere. She's out of sight.
She's
I
the.
grab the Chewinga painting and stuff it into my bag. Off we go.
Roll me a sleight of hand with advantage.
Oh, fuck.
And what are you going to put it in?
I'm just gonna tear the thing out of the canvas, right? Like the painting out of the frame, and then roll it up, put it in my bag, and then put the bearskin rug in the frame.
Alright, so roll it. The sleight of hand advantage because she's out of sight. So, let me double check something here. Alright. You can hear her kind of sigh briefly as she assumes that you just tore something up. But, kind of awaits at the end of the hall and you hear a tapping of her feet. Just. So, and the moment you come around the corner, she has her hands very politely folded like this with the door open and you can hear her discussing. Lady Irina Koyotan, your friends are here to visit you. You can... She does give you a glaring look.
Do not look at me like that or I'll take your eyes.
I will look at you. I will look at you any way I want, sir.
You should be very careful. The last person that at me got spat on himself.
I don't intend to spit upon you, but I am only giving conjecture to the proper amount of respect that you're giving.
I have no respect for you or anyone in this town.
Then I have no reason to respect you either.
Well, I'm better than you. And I'm bigger than you.
And I work in a well-furbished mansion with a lord who takes care of us.
As a maid.
Which is an honor.
It's not much of a job.
This conversation.
I'm arguing with her through a wall.
Yeah. That's what
I'm like resting like this against the wall, just whatever.
I kidnapped Flip through the wall.
Sit on the end of the bed. Hello.
Unless you wanted to stay outside.
Oh no, sorry, I was reading something.
Hello, Irina. How are you?
Alright. So with that, you hear the maid walk off in a huff. And then
Well, nothing lost.
at that point, she lets out another audible sigh as you're about to close the door. And you hear her call down the hallway again, "Sir?"
Yes, sir.
I am going to have to demand that you return what you have taken.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard.
I stuff the painting into the bookshelf behind me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Roll me a deception at disadvantage.
This is exactly what James wanted to do in the first stream.
She literally walks up to you, even with you towering over her, tapping her foot, and holds out a hand like a mother expecting a child to hand over a toy.
I grab her hand and shake it. Nice to meet you too.
You are approaching a level of bullheadedness equal to our departed tiefling friend.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned that.
If you
If
do,
a child kicks you to death, I'm not helping you.
if you do not return the painting, I will have to get the town guard.
What? Guard? Do you mean the ones watching the gate or the ones wandering around inside the city?
The other 12 that are just down the street at the main house.
What are 12?
Ah, the drunk ones.
Now, please.
Here you go, here's your painting.
So,
I don't let it go, though. Take your painting, come on. You want it that badly, rip it out of my hands, tiny.
she will attempt to. So, yeah, that's what you're wanting. So, contested strength.
Come here.
So just normal strength.
Yep.
What strength? I'm gonna laugh so hard if she rolls better than you.
If she rolls a natural
I hope
20,
she
I'm
does.
gonna laugh my ass
I
off.
hope she does, because I have a plan for this.
Come here, Bill. No, come here.
Josh, I'm gonna let it go as she reaches the zenith of her struggle against me. I'm just gonna
Yes.
open my hand.
So as you release it, she's like, she sits there disheveled and gives you the most pissed look ever.
You
It's,
should be more careful where you step. You could have hurt yourself. Maid.
she gets up, fixes her clothes, and have a nice chat, sir.
Good. Just good.
Oh,
I've told you how many times now that it's ma'am. Now out of my sight.
As she will walk out and heavily close the door. For
That,
stop.
Rosie, was all I wanted the entire time, was to have a tug-of-war with the painting. I never intended to steal said painting. I just wanted her to notice I have it and go, I need that fucking thing back. Because I can't hit her. That would be mean. I can knock her on her ass accidentally.
Fucking
that was great. I
God.
just want to give her a round of applause. That's amazing. The decorum.
So, after all this demonstration, Irina kind of looks at, I see you're getting well adjusted to the town here.
Yeah, I love them all. They're all great people. Especially the children locked up in the stockades.
Oh, from the sounds of it, it seems like the Baron might be planning on trying to marry me.
What?
So we have to leave then.
He's not exactly going to let me leave without his permission.
just go for a walk.
I kind
We'll
of
just-
thought you'd marry Ismark.
And with that, you can see Ismark kind of gets flustered at the idea of,
Gonna make things awkward.
Well, it just so happens I have ceremony ready and prepared. You want to get married right now?
I can make what you're wearing white. We can get it done here and now.
We can get it done here and now.
Sorry, can't
Then
marry
the
you.
Baron's
Marry Ismark.
fucked.
I'm pretty married. You gotta talk to my
You
husband.
think my new coat suits the occasion?
Hey, look at that. He's got a new coat. We've got a wedding to plan. It's gonna be great. We can use some of the paintings in the hallway to throw out like confetti. It'll be wonderful. We've got maids who are very nice.
Peanut butter.
so.
She better not touch my door.
At that very moment, you hear,
I mean, with that strength roll, she's not gonna pull it out of the fucking ground.
So, even with this, Ismark is even looking out the window and other locations. You do take note that there are a few guards patrolling the grounds currently. If this is true, I don't think... I think we might need to go to the next town.
I agree. I didn't want to come to this place in the first place.
No. Town sucks.
When I flip it
I mean, I like the designs, and I like what they're going for here, but it's a little bit fucked.
Irene, I have a question.
What is it?
Since you've been here, have you... I know it's only been one night, but has he done anything weird? Anything magical, bright and colourful?
Yeah, that was pretty.
I heard some drops say that he was doing some weird magics.
The face you pulled on your character, like magical, colorful. That's the one I was going for, I think.
I don't know words. I am drinking a liqueur. It is nice and spicy.
So, I haven't seen him do anything, but he seems to spend a good portion of his time in his library. I did hear noise coming from the attic, though.
Oh,
Other than that, I've not been able to really find anything. And I haven't even found a stairwell going up to the attic. I would imagine it's probably in the other master bedroom, then.
Philip.
what kind
Yeah,
of noises did you hear?
We can't drink half the bottle. Half of it.
Like somebody moving around constantly. Something clattering, going back and forth as well. Occasionally a loud thump or two, but other than that, I've even heard some strange things in the hallway, but it didn't seem to be coming from the main library. Not even Ezekiel's room.
What strange things? Like,
I mean, it
what did it
I
sound
know.
like to you?
Well, it
Like claws, feet, hooves?
I'll give you a good make sound effect right now.
the smaller sounds were like claws, so I assumed it was probably a smaller creature, but the other one sounded like somebody walking around and dropping a book.
Huh.
Very loud.
Could have come out of the.
Yes.
Someone could have come out of the library. Just dropped a
Yes.
book.
Pull the book out of the shelf,
I
throw it at the
pick
floor.
a book out of the shelf, step out of the room. Did it sound like this?
So,
Is that the sound you heard?
Garen, what's your passive perception?
Low as fuck. It is
What it is.
10.
Oh,
Wait, really?
Yes.
that's not loud.
Alright. So,
What?
you drop that and you can hear it kind of echo and reverb back and forth, and she sits there and just kind of shakes her head for a minute. No, it wasn't like that. It sounded like that, but coming from the floor above, like right above the room.
Is there a staircase that goes up there?
She said she hadn't
She said
seen
she doesn't
one.
know. She doesn't see.
So, she's obviously looked around.
Well, that one goes to.
Yeah, that one goes down to the kitchen.
If there's a
Yeah.
window that people have seen things out of from the attic, would you have any forms that can fly?
I got a spider that can climb.
Like a big spider or like an itty bitty house spider?
Itty bitty spider.
I feel like a big spider's gonna stand out a little bit.
I'm an itty bitty
Itty bitty spider.
Oh, you're an itty bitty spider?
spider.
Like a huntsman? It's like
Yeah.
tarantula going.
Nah, it's a black widow, so I can go kill that fucking asshole. Maid.
Nice.
Like,
Alright.
wait.
Get my fucking painting. Does she have the painting back in the frame?
No, she did not.
Please. Damn it. Wait, she's downstairs. There's a whole bunch of other paintings up here.
But the one that matters is gone.
Can transform to a spider if you really desire, and I can sneak into the window and have a little peeky peek.
I think it might be an idea.
Alrighty.
I think perhaps Irina shouldn't be staying here anymore.
I think we should get Irina out of here.
When's the festival? Weekly, right?
Yeah.
When's the next one? How many days?
We'll sneak her out in the parade of the dragon dance, and no one will see us disguised in the
Exactly.
line of the dragon. It'll be lit with us.
We'll just be the Chinese dragon snake thing. That's what I thought you were talking about. Just.
If that's our best chance to sneak her out, to make sure that she has to be at the festival.
The thing is, though, if we're gonna get her out, we need someone to stay in the house, so that nothing happens to her while we're not in here. So if they take her and move her, we know if she's been moved.
What do you reckon, Coach Sand? Pretty sure when I walked in here, there was a Coach Sand in the corner.
Yeah, Code Rack. What if you just stayed in here and pretended to be a Code Rack?
That's what I'm going for.
No one's gonna notice the fucking fact that we leave without our robot. No, we'll just take the coat rack with us. We'll fix.
Yeah, we can
We'll leave. Take the coat rack. We'll put the fancy jacket on the coat rack.
I'll take my new coat off. We put it on the coat rack.
I carry it out like you're drunk as fuck.
Rack.
And we're good.
And then I keep an eye on her.
Look at Josh. He's like, what the fuck?
I'm just making sure I got everything on the right. Yeah.
This could work. This could work.
I like this plan.
Maybe she'd be safe if she promised to marry him.
That,
So
or
they-
it would just push the act of whatever is causing him to want to be married to her forwards.
It depends on what he's doing in that attic, or what is happening in that attic.
I mean,
So if she can promise him that not this ceremony, like not this festival, but the next festival, that they make their wedding a part of it, she's at least safe another week.
He does
What
like.
if he's the devil in disguise?
let's just go out for ice cream.
Yeah, what if we give Strahd the thing that he wants?
No. Let's just say we're going out for dream pies.
We're going
No,
out for a pack of
because-
smokes.
The fucking Velstani aren't allowed in the walls, and they're the ones that have the dream pies.
Yeah, we're leaving the town to go get dream pies. We'll be back this
Yeah,
afternoon.
but she can't come with us. They're not gonna let her out of his sight.
I mean, we can bring one of them with us.
He raises an excellent point.
We need to,
If a guard comes with her, we could beat the shit out of a guard. There's a lot more of us than one guard.
you mean it's sad, or we go get some fun pie and bring it back for a glorious farewell dinner, because we're finally getting out of his hair.
Hang on. What happens if we
Watch it, quick
Some
throw
of
the, throw the glass.
that last potion into the pie? Who knows what'll happen?
They heal.
The pie.
I-
The pie just animates and starts eating people.
I like the idea of trying to get her and a guard out of the city.
It's not a bad idea.
Because those pies are really good. Just
Hey,
saying.
they are some bloody good pies. I haven't had them, but I heard you talk about them. And I heard Watcher smashing them into his fucking face.
He enjoyed it.
Watcher?
I know we're talking nonsense, but what do you think?
Arena, would you be willing to kill a guard?
Hey, whoa. We won't kill him.
Yeah, fuck you, we won't.
The river will kill him.
The bleeding out will kill him.
The coat rack will kill him.
Solved.
Job done. It was an accident. It was a coat rack based accident. Happens all the time.
With that, she just kind of obviously taking all this, and she looks to Ismark. nervously, and just kind of like effectively to all of you, kind of like friends, because obviously you're the only ones to keep her safe and seem to be, even though insane, the most sane out of everyone in fucking Barovia.
Well, difficult.
I can pretend, and maybe he'll try and take more time in planning a celebration, and maybe try and make it a wedding ceremony.
No, he's not going to push this week's celebration any further. I think we know that.
Well,
Let's just slap a chastity belt on you. Throw away the key.
I mean, there's a blacksmith in town.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll keep the key.
You can tell she's looking at like all of you like, what the fuck? But
why get married if you can't,
Yeah.
officiate
If you can't officiate the marriage, then is it really a marriage?
Which means we can't consummate.
yes.
May as well put off the wedding. Thanks for taking that sponsor, Matt. Appreciate it.
Perhaps you convince him you want the biggest ceremony to ensure that the townsfolk are happy.
Yeah, you want to invite your family. Where's your
His
family?
extreme
Spread
idea
the joy.
behind it.
Yeah. Like, you want to make sure your family's there for the wedding, and I'm like, how far away do they live?
Isn't it family debt?
Yeah.
So pretty far, they're on a different plane. It might take a while.
I can talk with them. Don't worry, I got this.
No, we won't tell them that.
Does he know they're dead?
No.
Yeah,
Because you
we're gonna
see,
send
what
an
I'm gonna
invite to
do is I'm gonna
Strahd.
go. Yeah, the parents don't agree with this wedding. It's off. I'm sorry. We also they're telling me that you're a fuckwit, and she has to come with us.
And the
Sorry.
best thing about it, it doesn't have the custom magic slot, a spell slot.
Yeah, it's just
Because you faked it.
So
you're a
I'm sorry.
cunt. That's the word that they're using.
That's me.
as she listens to this, the chastity belt could obviously take time. But obviously, if I pretend and then try and delay it to where he tries to build a bigger ceremony, it would take him definitely a longer amount of time, and I would imagine he wanted it to be a little more momentous as well. So that could give some time. I don't think he would let me very far without at least his personal guard, Zeke, and maybe even a few others.
I reckon we could fight a Zeke.
Even
Or
if we have
at
to
least
wait till the
talk to him
wedding.
about it.
Even if we have to wait till the wedding to get your way. Ismark has to give you away. He's your only remaining family. Best opportunity
True.
to steal you away.
Bachelorette
bride!
Bachelorette party, let's go. I know a good strip club in the town next door. Let's go. Bachelorette party.
Alright. I'm down. I
Yeah.
look good in a miniskirt. Don't worry about it.
I need to see this. Can you imagine a Minotaur in a miniskirt?
Do you bring that?
That fucking look of seriousness too. Like the straightest of faces every night.
Yeah. Well,
So,
you asked me a question.
I did. You know what? You're right. I'm
We
sorry.
got the answer we wanted.
you definitely
Not the one
did.
we needed,
If I knew you were
but
gonna laugh,
it's the
yeah,
one
would
we
have
wanted.
Please, Flip, continue to share with me. I love it.
If you're also still going to follow the other plan that you had of checking the attic for its window, she points to the other window in her bedroom that's there.
No, that plan's passed. We're going to the bachelorette party.
No, we got a bachelorette party now. Don't worry about it. The spider plan was a good one, but this is much better.
That's one spell slot.
Spider
In
plan.
seriousness,
Alright.
the wedding is a good way to give you
Get
some
in and
time,
out.
to give us some time to see.
Well, let's see what we're working with first. I'll crawl up there, have a little peeky poo, and then see what the go is. Oh, first, I reckon before I do anything too dangerous, Garen, you want to check for evilness in this house first before?
Oh,
I
yeah.
do?
I'm gonna use my evil detection ability, aka divine sense.
Alright.
And they do it above, on the roof above
It
us.
just gives me a rough thing of the building we're in.
Okay.
Alright.
Fuck!
So, you do a divine sense. Obviously, it goes to a good portion of the walls around here. For the immediate room that you're in, because obviously you would have to kind of pan around with the minute that you have for divine sense, because it doesn't go through things. But you do get the sense that most of these lands are kind of cursed. I assume you're opening those doors.
Yeah.
So the one on your left is currently locked.
How locked are we talking? Like, on a scale of 1 to iron gate out the front of a house?
It is a heavy oak door. It's obviously finely made. When you do try the handle, you do hear from the other side, "Not right now, I'm still busying myself with some of the plans."
Occupied!
And you recognize it to be the Burgomaster's voice. Velakovich.
I just want to have a chat. Like, right now. It's very urgent. I saw something in the town that's gonna worry you.
Someone smiling in the center of town?
No. Trust me. He's gonna want to know what I have to say.
So with that, you hear him, "Very well, wait for my body." And with that, he does ring a bell. It's very distinct.
Please tell me it's that same maid.
The door behind you opens up, and you see Ezek is
God.
standing there, right beside you.
Oh god. That's where all my detect evil's coming from. His dirty fucking demon hand.
So yes, you definitely sense that, which is murder most foul at this point in your senses.
Hey. Ugh. Too much ale wine.
He's hungover.
Ugh.
So, just in a brief description, you see Ezek's bedroom. Dolls line the room. The room is fully full of pretty dolls with powder white skin, auburn hair, some of them dressed beautifully, others plainly. Some of these dolls fill along the bookshelves, and others are arranged in neat rows on wall-mounted shelves. Still others are piled up atop the bed, and the heavy wooden chest that is the most odd of all of the dolls, apart from their clothing, look about the same. They all look like Irina Kolyana.
That's what that thumping noise was last night. You just heard his right arm going. That's why his right arm's so strong. It's just
That's it's his waking up.
But
Like, when did he develop the demon arm? Was it like age 12 or 13?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Like
Right. That's the one. That's
Oh
the
yeah.
Yeah, so this guy has a whole bunch of dolls of Irina.
yep, before she
And he
even
has-
arrived.
And he has the touch of the devil in his arm.
So he will step across the main hall and unlock the door for you, and
Thank you.
puts out his good hand and keeps the other one to his side.
Which
You
one's
need
good?
not hide that from me, friend. I've seen much worse.
Other people did not enjoy seeing it or having it close to them.
Does not bother me. It is nothing
What?
of your own fault.
What a different good, right?
So am I good to go in then, dear friend? Can I enter this room?
With that, you see the Baron Velakovich welcome you in as he stands up politely behind his desk with the two mastiffs at his side. As you enter into this main room here, you can see that this entirety is obviously his library, floor-to-ceiling shelves line every wall in this windowless room, and the number of books contained here is nothing short of astounding. A brass oil lamp sits atop a large desk at the center of the room. The chair behind the desk is comfortably padded and has a symbol of a roaring bear stitched into the back of the cushion. Standing in front of the chair, holding what seems to be a book that appears to have the bear of a man, almost in the form of lycanthropy, kind of adorning the front, as well as what seems to be a few other pieces of what seems to be royal lineage in a way, and obviously the Baron's boast of good breeding set on the desk to his left again. Obviously, in recent addings of, well, his lineage, and Zeke immediately steps in behind you as you go to enter the main room.
Oh, let me get out of your way. Sorry.
And for now, he will fill the doorway as he closes his bedroom door as well. So,
hello, Baron. How are you? First of all, pleasantries.
Welcome. I did not get your name last time. It was unfortunate. It is a pleasure to speak with you. Obviously.
I'd shake your hand, but I don't think you want to get commoner on those nice gloves of yours.
Duly true. So.
Anyway, so yesterday after leaving your house, I saw not only people not smiling, but I also saw some of your guards taking bribes.
What? No way.
So, with that, he kind of furrows his brow. How many guards would that be? And you could see even Zeke is kind of taking note of this, especially being the watch captain as well.
It was 3, and they were the ones guarding your prisoners.
The ones towards the center of town stocks, I assume?
Mm-hmm. The ones watching over the children and the other peasants. I'm showing visible disgust at mentioning peasants, like I'm trying to be like, oh yes, I don't give 2 fucks about them, sort of deal.
You do see he's receptive to that you can tell he thinks of them in the same fashion as that. Well, with that, especially since we know the rotation of the gods, as Zeke, I entrust you to dole out punishments for such slanderous acts and misbehavior. I do thank you, my good man, as he, kind of tries to conjecture it properly towards yourself, Garen.
Quite alright. No thanks needed. I just thought you might want to know that your town isn't as happy as you might want it to be. Especially coming up to your big festival, we wouldn't want any frowny faces at that.
Precisely. I can see that you are obviously a man of enlightened prowess, and understand that all will be fine as usual.
Yes. As long as the festival goes ahead, I'm sure that your protection from the devil, as you put it,
yes,
will be quite as strong as it always is.
The devil and his pets have been quite the nuisance on the road, but of course with the new hunters that are out there taking care of the werewolves, the dire wolves, and even the other wolves that seem to pursue from the forests, I assure you everything and all will be fine soon enough once we put their heads on pikes. I do thank you for your quite dubious work in finding this out and reporting it rather quickly.
Quite alright. I thought it was most disgusting.
I would enjoy to have a man of equal mind and kinship as that to accompany to the Morning Lord's Festival. How...
Depends. Do you need someone to accompany you as a guest or as a guard?
You would always be welcome as a guest. I have Ezek as my guard. Alright, with that, he gives a nod. I would not want to burden you as a god. And nor would that be polite, especially as a fresh guest in a home.
Appreciate that. But the offer still stands if you ever need another man by your side.
I will most definitely keep you in mind. You seem an
Thank you.
honorable and respectable man, especially to be able to come to confront me and tell me about such underhanded dealings like this. If you do find any others, or have heard of any other lecherous news that might besmirch the Volakovich name, or even others that might be problems, I will assure you that I will have them dealt with swiftly. We don't need them sullying all the great nobles and the bloodlines here. The Volakovich name needs to be preserved perfectly.
I heard that the Villani are not allowed in this town.
I do humor them. They have their encampment. We allow them to stay outside the borders where they are still safe, and they are not harmed by the devil anyway. And I do not wish to have corrupt blood and thieves enter into this town. They are allowed to barter and deal on the edge, but the Vistani are not welcome in here. If they do come in, it's for brief trading, but I assure you the guards keep very close eyes on them. Izzy sees to
Man
that.
after my own heart.
The devils cannot
While
be
it's
trusted.
happening,
Yeah, sorry.
can I change into a spider and look upstairs in the window?
See, I'm trying to distract while you guys do whatever the fuck you need.
I figured that. I was just trying to find out. I was going to
Yeah. So, obviously, that's all happening. You guys do have time. Flip, you're able to go, start head out the window. You guys see him transform to the spider. Takes you a moment. Do you go to the left or right side first? Because you did see two windows overhead, in the front, one in the back, next to the chimney.
So in the chimney, like what do you mean? Like left of the chimney and right of the chimney?
Yeah,
So
left side is one window and a chimney that goes to the kitchen. Excuse me. And the right side is the front of the house where you saw the two front windows.
I'll go to the right side to the front.
All right.
That's from the street, so I feel like people will see the purple flashing from there.
That it would be right. So from there, just in brief description, as you see the spider crawl out and you climb across the tiled roof, you find your perch on a window. You do see cats. Your instincts to bark go alert. So with that, you see someone has carved.
Wolf spider.
As you peer into this room, you can see that someone has carved a large skull into the door. Hanging from the doorknob is a wind sign. All is not well. You can hear a young man's voice inside the windows as he continues to read and mutter. You see that in the center of the room, perched on a stool, is a thin young man with a premature streak of gray in his dark hair. He seems to cradle what seems to be a leather-bound book in his arms, and as well upon the floor around him and the various areas of the room, you see one skeletal cat that seems to occasionally trot across the room. He does pet it as if it was still a normal cat. A few other cats as well that seem to peruse around the room, lounging, relaxing, as well as what seems to be a few other pieces of obviously heavily studied arcane work, as he looks rather desperate to do anything with this magic that he appears to be studying. So with that, you can roll me an Arcana if you'd like to try and discern what kind of magic this is. Alright.
Magic.
Alright.
It's a light.
It's sparkly.
So
I see blue, and I see some red, and that's all I done seen.
So, other than that, the most you could assume is it's necromancy, but that doesn't make sense due to the fact that all of these cats, it's impossible for all of them to be his familiar, and usually animals are disturbed by necromancy, you would know, and they seem very calm, so it's definitely not necromancy at your first assumption. You're not very sure right now. Alright, Rousey. And that works, so we then end in about an hour. So, obviously, you do have your choices. As you are obviously taking that in, is anyone else doing anything down in the room with Irene and Ismark, as they are obviously muttering different plans out to try and figure out exactly what they would wish to do, especially with the wedding planning?
No.
Alright.
Ask what kind of wedding dress she wants to wear.
She does.
What kind of strippers does she want?
With that, she would remark, like, preferably no dress unless it's the person I wish to actually marry, but if
I mean in general, I don't mean to this man.
If I were to get married, I'd probably do a nice red dress.
Like, oh, you know what they say about a colored dress?
He's a slut.
So,
Fair enough. Damn.
as you go to talk about that, obviously it does ease her mind a bit, and you can even see that Ismark is relieved that she's at least more relaxed and obviously was able to sleep more peacefully here. And Garen, you start to take notice by the writings in his book, and especially like humoring him, that it's not himself he's planning to have her marry. He's planning to have her marry Ezek.
Ugh.
Wait a minute. If she marries Zeke and she leaves, does that mean Zeke comes with us? I'd be down with that. If that man came with us, I'd be okay with that.
If they were ever permissioned to.
Well, what happened? What if something was to happen to the Lord and the Lord of this manor? If he had a very unfortunate accident resulting in his untimely death.
I guess you just have to see if he would continue his guard captain duties? Question mark.
I mean, if we offered him a position of
Korak.
going to see if we can go around tearing up shit, seeing if we can fix his demon hand.
Alright.
But I don't mention any of this out loud. That's just
Yeah, it's just in
the
thoughts.
brain.
And
But I do mention to the Baron, I like your dogs.
I thank you. I do enjoy their company. They are quite loyal. They've joined me on many hunts.
They look like good wolf-killing dogs.
They have definitely hunted. They have definitely hunted their fair share of wolves, and even dire wolves. But personally, I'm in the bigger game department between the dire wolves and bears. I find them more sporting, and it is of my family crest, of course.
Bears are an excellent kill.
A powerful creature, very majestic.
They are very fun to watch the light leave their eyes.
I agree. So, back over to Flip. What will you do at the window, as it is currently closed?
Mash it with your little spider hand.
Let me in!
I throw a brick into the window.
You web a brick.
Get back down and tell the others.
Alright. See.
There's not much I can do.
Yeah, and just noted, this man does look extremely young. So.
Like as young as the dude we found in the church?
Not as young as that, but still probably in his 20s.
Can Phil see the color of this man's skin?
even though the art is fairly blue, it is definitely
Yeah, because it looks like a fucking zombie. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie.
that's
So
most
is he
of the.
kinda looking like the vampire boy we fought in the basement?
Not at all.
Not at all.
He is still very lively, and you could tell especially for the fact that he even has marked
Yeah,
that.
but the Baron looks like shit anyway, so like, fucking this could be his bastard son for all I know.
He definitely has at least life to his veins. You can tell.
Yeah. Fair.
So.
Interesting.
With that, the spider does eventually clamber down. Probably past art in some form. So, with that, you are back in the room, Flip. You are in spider form. I assume you drop it.
Yeah, I drop it.
Yeah.
Because then I'll be like, where's that Flip guy? And I'll be like, down
He's
here.
dead.
I killed him.
An unfortunate coat rack accident.
So.
Yeah.
With that, Ismark and Arena look to you, surprised. Did you find a way in? Is there any clue of what was going on up there?
Yeah, I say everything that I saw.
The cats, the man, the skeletal cat,
Yeah.
the strange arcane sigil and work. So,
And the blue boy.
the
Being
blue.
young.
The-
With the premature cum in his hair. I mean, grey hair.
Alright. So, with especially with that notion, Irina actually chimes in. That must be the Baron's son. I'd heard about him, but I haven't seen him around the mansion. Not sure how.
I fucking called it.
Not sure how he's even gotten up there.
What do you mean?
He did mention having a son, but that he's busied himself, which is for the better. He didn't go into much detail about it. He seemed more ashamed about his son.
He did look like a college student surrounded by cats.
The crazy cat man. Interesting. I hear none of this.
Yeah.
I'm still busy talking to a green man about his dogs, and me pretending to like killing bears. So,
What?
See, that's how you know he's different. One's green, the other one's blue.
yeah. Also, I want to mention to the Baron: is there any like arms merchants around here that he knows of and trusts for his city guards?
So, let me just double check something real quick, just to make sure I don't give the wrong information.
No. I mean, yes.
Alright. So. Let's see. Alright. There is one towards the center of town. It is von Kriegen Valovich. He is a respectable blacksmith. He has done most of the halberds and pikes in town, as well as the other few pieces of work that had been done or commissioned. He has even done many of the ironworks that belong in many of the noble houses here. He's extremely skilled.
Good, I'll keep that in mind, because while, and I pat the top of my axe, while this does its job, I'm looking for something with a little bit more teeth.
I assure you, if you have enough money, he would be more than happy to do the work for you.
Well, I thank you for your time. I must leave you to your studies. I'm sorry to intrude in such an uncouth manner.
Not at all, and it's always good to have information on those who might undermine the ceremonies and the beautiful festivals that we have that keep this town safe. You're more than welcome to come back at any point.
Oh, well, thank you. I might take you up on that. Also, this festival is piquing my interest. I may swing by to see what's going on.
Well, there will be an open guest chair at the main dining table on the bounties.
Ooh. We will have to take you up on that. And with that, I give him as much of a bow as a cowman can muster without falling the fuck over. And also, I take the cushion off my head and place it on his desk and be like, yeah, you can have that as a present from me to you. And then I leave before I can say anything.
So that Ezekiel will close the door, and then lock it, and then give a nod to you, and go back in his own room and
enjoy the rest of your day, Zeke. Kill some peasants for me.
What?
And into the room. Well, that was a weird fucking conversation.
Fucking peasants.
Fucking peasants. So, boys and girls, he's not marrying Arena to himself.
Oh.
Our big clawed man friend in the other room is looking for a wife. It appears that he's been idolizing our young Irina before she even arrived in this town, judging from his bedroom and the adornments within.
Oh, that's a little creepy.
Lots of dogs.
With that, you could see even Irina is just completely fucking unnerved at that. Just like... dolls of myself, I haven't... They shouldn't even know what I look like, other than the note that we sent a week in advance.
Well, if what I'm thinking is... Also, I had my divine perception on the entire time I was in the room with dickhead Duke Man, yeah?
Yeah.
Same.
So,
I picked up any shit other than Claw Gauntlet?
just Claw Gauntlet.
Nah.
Like, there doesn't seem to
Too
be
much
any...
evil presence to pick up anything else.
Yeah, other than being a rotten piece of shit, the two Mastiffs are still normal dogs. And
Yeah.
the only thing that really you picked up that was evil was Ezekiel's arm.
So, from what I've detected in this house, basically the entire area is kind of fucked. As we all knew, Strahd's influence is affecting the entire town. He may not be able to make his presence known completely, but he is definitely around. And Ezekiel... So the presence that I'm feeling is very, like, coming from Ezekiel's arm is very similar to that of which Strahd's presence would be, sort of?
Not at all. It is that
Not
of a
at
fiend,
all.
a devil.
Oh.
But-
Well, our boy Zeke is not cursed by Strahd.
It is specifically separated because you can sense those kinds of energies.
Yeah.
Strahd-
there's a difference.
Yeah, Strahd's is purely that of necromancy and undeath. His is definitely a fiendish and devil origin.
I'm with the water ink
Okay.
watermark of Pornhub.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, so having a chat with him, definitely. Also, Art, I sold out those guards that we swindled yesterday.
I mean, we.
Well, I was talking to Art. Me
Yeah, no,
and her swindled those guards.
Good.
She bought
Yes, she was.
Yeah, she's the one who's helped with it.
Also, I detected no evil coming from him. He's just a regular dude. So,
Regular guy.
regular guy. with
Regular
rifle.
guy.
regular schmuck. So yeah, he's not intending to marry you, Irina. He's intending to marry you off. I'm assuming because you're not of the same bloodline as him and he wishes to keep it pure.
Incest, motherfucker?
Or to bring his personal bodyguard into that of nobleship.
Possible.
As a gift, maybe. I don't enjoy this at all either way. But if he's the one planning it, I can still definitely get him to prolong it. Even if Zeke is the one obsessed with me.
It's only a little creepy.
True. Only a little creepy. You didn't see the room. It's a lottle creepy, I promise you that.
Did you say a lotto?
A lottle.
It's axolotl. He's recommending your next change.
Or a newt, so I can step on you and be rid of your presence.
You said on the spider.
I mean, I wasn't there for the spider, so I couldn't have stepped on it. Besides, it probably has more hit points than the fucking dog form anyway, so... But yeah, so that's what I know.
Bark, bark.
Also, his dogs are very nice, and I gave him his cushion back.
I noticed.
Well, it was strangely heavy. There's also a blacksmith in town that I must go visit.
Yep.
Alright. So, I assume
Does
you...
this mean we can't leave this town tonight?
With her, I'd assume.
Yeah. So I guess we're staying another night.
Looks like it.
Okay.
So, I assume you tell Garen about the attic man?
Yeah.
So I assume now that I know that Irina thinks it might be his son.
Yes.
Yep. And that, specifically on the door frame, he wrote, "All is not well." Or,
So I have a question.
"All is not fine."
What
Sorry.
is the... So the Baron's coat of arms is that bear man thing that I saw?
The main coat of arms, because obviously he had what looked like a lycanthrope that was being hunted on the book. Good.
Yeah.
It's a weird description. But his main coat of arms, as you saw on the back, is that of a roaring, standing up bear on a shield. And that was stitched into the leather pad on the back of his chair.
But was it just a furry bear?
Yes. It was Matt's bear. It lives.
That's fucked up. It was the bear that I played in that other campaign that got murdered.
Yeah.
Asshole. Schmucks.
What?
Fair. Interesting. I'm just making mental notes of things that I've seen.
Alright. Aside from that, there was the door, so obviously it is accessible somewhere. Aside from that, there's still just the two front windows that have obviously flashed some lights. And the 5 normal, healthy cats that don't really seem disturbed, so it doesn't seem to be necromancy. Though there is a skeletal cat.
I'm wondering if there's like a pull down or something. Is there a basement to this building?
This place, not at all. So...
Because I was thinking like down into the basement and then up another flight of stairs to get into the roof.
So the...
Do you reckon there could be like something in the ceiling, boys and girls? Like a pull down?
It...
Did I see anything? Like an entrance downstairs from while I was looking through the window?
You just saw the door.
Yeah, you just saw the door. You could look through the other window if you want to real quick, but you would use your other transformation for the day.
I mean, we're gonna go have a sleep anyway.
Yeah.
We're not leaving this town today.
Alright, yeah, I guess we're not going to do too much combat. Yeah, I'll go check out the other window.
Okay.
Be a good boy and not start any fights for the day.
So
And
that,
we do text me.
with that, just the same instinct. You do take note that there is a table in there, but you also see that there is definitely a trapdoor hatch that leads into this empty room. And so you could tell that it's definitely on the left side of the house somewhere. It's definitely a roof hatch, like you assumed.
Bullman ain't so stupid after all.
I mean, you gotta get up there somehow. Unless he ate that cat to the skeleton, and that's why it's still alive.
He ate that cat.
He's just slowly peeled bits of flesh off, keeping the cat alive.
He heard if you eat pussy, you're a man. He took it too
Damn.
literally.
And now look at him. He's blue. That's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. You eat cats, you turn blue.
Oh, my cat's dead! Oh wait, I could just revive it. Alright. So what's your plan? Do you know the hatch is on the left side of the house?
I don't think going into that hatch is a good idea with our lovely dwarf friend out of shape changes.
Mm-hmm.
He's very squishy outside of barefoot. If we take a day,
I mean, I can make a flame sword.
I have been told that I'm welcome here anytime. The Baron said that I am welcome in his house whenever I see fit. I'm also going to tell the maid that I am fit to take whatever I see fit on my way out. I'm the Baron's new friend. Give me that painting, you little shit.
Oh, Baron!
Senor Baron! Your maid is giving me sass.
I am your best friend, Garen. Is that not right, Baron?
What? So, are you leaving for now? Question mark?
I might walk out into the hallway and just do a perception check to see if I can find where this hatch thing is.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a perception check for the main hall. Looking up and down and all that.
That's deception.
That's for later. Alright, so, with that, you don't see anything in the main hall, but as you're there, you do hear something from the closet briefly, though it is very, very faint.
Yeet! Just a muffled yeet, and the sound of a bone cat striking a wall.
It works! It works!
That's kind of
That's not a bad place for a trapdoor.
Well, okay, so they go back. So I didn't find shit. However, one of the cupboards had a funny sound coming from the back of it, or at least inside of it. I don't think anyone would sit in a cupboard. Although this is a strange town and a strange place.
That's true. Possibly not a bad place for a trapdoor.
Irina, you said you heard a sound from the hallway.
Where was this cupboard?
The
Explains
far
the funny
end.
sound.
Can I tell if it was the same place as the trapdoor was? So I'll be able to tell from the shape of the house, right?
From that, it is definitely far too close. The trapdoor you saw is the far left side.
Alright, we'll leave that mysterious man in the cupboard alone. And that is not the trap door.
How do you know that it's not a passageway that leads to up?
Do I know that?
You don't know that.
From the distance of that window I was just at to the other window, I should be able to tell.
Tell what?
The
Whether
height
there's a tunnel that goes out, up, and then across.
skinny tunnel, I guess.
They're people. They're not Taurans. They're not my size.
You could probably open the door and actually have a look rather than just standing around and guessing.
Alright.
I just don't want to
That's
do
me
any.
in character, by the way.
I just don't want to
I
do
wish
any
to do it.
combat. All right, fine. I
hey.
open the cupboard.
Knock, knock.
Hey, I'm masturbating in here! Get out of here!
The door is locked.
Yeah, because he's
Is it a
masturbating.
heavy door?
All the doors in this building are heavy oak.
Well, well, well.
Okay. So
That's it.
With that,
Yeah.
very loud. It sounded.
Sorry, trapped.
Maybe we should have knocked first. Maybe the person would have answered. Yes.
Hello.
And inside this, you see, chained to the back wall in an otherwise empty closet, is a badly beaten man wearing nothing but a loincloth. The iron shackles have cut into his wrist, causing blood to trickle down his hands.
Alright, not this room. Next room.
Sorry, Robert.
I want to inspect the man's face, especially his mouth.
Alright.
So,
I just want to make sure that he doesn't have vampire fangs. That's
Yeah, it took me a while, sorry.
But no, I just wants to make sure he has a pretty little mouth.
so with that, you
pretty mouth.
You got a pretty mouth here, man.
you
Pull them teeth out, we're good to go.
open up that pretty mouth, sweet man.
Hey.
So with that, you do see him like very quickly flinch. He looks like
Oh, hold still, I'm not going to hurt you.
No.
Just making sure you're not a vampire.
with that, you can see he's like bewildered for a moment as he kind of like literally like this is the first time he's seen light in a while from the looks of it, because there's no windows at all to this room, and obviously he can't really defend himself as you know quickly grab his face, and he's warm to the touch, so obviously he's not undead, and he kind of push his chin down to show his teeth and everything, other than a few missing teeth from being beaten so badly. You could tell he's very much alive, not a vampire.
Is there any telling signs for a lycanthrope?
With that, roll me a history check, actually.
Hello, I like it.
That's something we're looking for.
Feel you, brother. I feel you.
Alright, so with that, it's easy enough, especially with religious orders. You do take note that you're not 100% sure, but you think you might be able to find it with Detect Curse if he was a lycanthrope. And with that, you immediately hear from down the hall, I know none of you are any good. What are you doing in that closet? That man belongs
Sorry,
there.
I tripped and fell. I'm very sorry.
Looking for
I was
broom.
walking down the hallway. I had a bit too much to drink this morning, and I headbutted this cupboard, and it just blew open.
Roll me a deception at disadvantage.
Hey, we're the ones knowing that we're gonna lie, so we should be at advantage.
Alright. Let me just do some quick checks of my own.
Also, I'm picking splinters out of the top of my head from where I've pulled the door forward towards me, off of the wall. And just fucking, god damn it.
Fucking horns, man.
You don't know what it's like to walk around with giant fucking horns on the top of your head. Too much ale wine this morning. It's that, or is that fucking disgusting berry mash? I'm hoping he's more of a brute and he doesn't have very good perception.
That's true.
Oh, I'd be more on the insight side.
Yeah, I'm hoping he doesn't have decent insight. But judging from the fact that he's like a devil's touched by the devil, I'm a bit more concerned that he's got good insight from that.
Alright.
Also, this man is blue. This man is blue. The man upstairs is also blue. What the fuck? Brother, I am pinned here.
So, well, even with that, you can tell he believes that to a degree, but let's see.
He's still upset that we went in the room.
I mean,
He does take note that he does see the blood on your hands from when you grabbed the man's face.
Oh.
What were you doing with that man inside?
I'm a paladin. I'm bound to heal those who are hurt. I did not heal him, though. I merely checked him. He's not dying, so he did not deserve a heal.
Well, you're not leaving this place until you have paid for that door.
Okay, how much is the door?
There's 25 gold if you must insist.
What if I give you 30? And we leave it at that. My good sir.
Hand over
Fly
the
for your troubles, my good sir.
hand over the gold, and you and your friends have to leave this premises right now.
Excuse me. I am the Baron's friend. You will not treat me in this manner. I'm joking, I'll leave.
Shit's about to throw down.
Yeah, we can't throw down as Phil is fucking piss weak. There's your gold.
Alright. So, with that, he will immediately escort you, all of you, off the premises.
Okay.
I'm pissed weak without hurting everyone.
Yes. I don't want to get injured by you accidentally.
Oh, it could happen.
Exactly why I'm scared of this.
Alright.
Also, this man looks like a hell of a fight.
Only one side of him does.
Yeah, but there's also how many guards outside apparently? 12? I don't really want to have to fight 12 guards without a tank.
Oh, with that, Irina kind of looks to all of you nervously. Be safe out there.
Yeah, we always are. You be safe in here. Don't go sniffing around where you shouldn't. Stay in your group.
So,
Hey, I want my gate!
he will grab the gate for you. And he actually lifts it with relative ease.
Yeah, see, this is why I didn't want to fight this man. He's gonna whoop my ass. I'm strong, but he scares the shit out of me.
So with that, he turns and hands you the gate and like shoves it into your chest. Do not come back without an invitation.
Hey, whoa, hang on.
Excuse me, I was told by the Baron I can come back whenever I want. I take my orders from him, not you.
I'm sure you will understand after I explain the situation.
Or what, that we stumbled into a cupboard?
Good day. And he will slam the door in your face.
With a maid hiding inside. That's all we saw.
So,
We saw the Baron's sex slave, that's all we saw. So I turned to everyone else. This man is hiding more than he wishes to tell us. There was a man beaten half to death inside that cupboard. Not a vampire. He's definitely alive. That is all I got to see before Blue Boy showed up.
The Avatar.
I was gonna say fucking Blue Hulk showed up and just started crying.
So, at that point, you do see some of the guards are standing at the front, all watching you, and are quite obviously, waiting for you to leave.
Like, leave the house, or...
Leave the premises, period.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Wasn't sure if they were, like, waiting to jump us before we walked away.
No, you could tell they're watching the house and making sure you actually leave the yard and go down the road.
Fair.
I just want to stand around here and chat some more. I want to see what these guards will do.
I'll give you some money, would you? all your guards, bad people. Taking bribes.
All the guards so far have taken bribes. No, I want to go head to this blacksmith. I don't care if no one else comes with me, but
I'll come with you.
I want to go have a sniff about, see if I can find an upgrade for my great axe.
Alrighty. So, obviously, you can find your way to Creek Volok in the area of the town markets. doesn't look too wild of a shop. Obviously, it's fairly weathered. The store itself looks fairly like it's exhausted and about to fall over, though it's held up by very, very strong field stone from the looks of it that seem to refuse to give way to the age of the building. As you see him pounding away on some of the metal, you can see that even in the storefront, which is obviously run by his family, that there are a few finer pieces. Obviously, his wife is responsible for selling some of the more finer ware or taking orders from nobles, while he works in more of the dirtier half of the shop, getting covered in soot and charcoal and burning various pieces. You could see that he has a full basket of what looks like to be animal bone chips and such from various creatures, a few other more really unwanted pelts that didn't cure right or kind of half rotted before they were cured. So he obviously is burning them just to kind of strengthen his iron and even make a few steel ingots as well. So he knows what he's doing, it's obvious, and he has a nice trough of oil that he's obviously kind of left out in the open so it's constantly cooled.
This is a nice place.
So with that, as he's sitting there working on obviously a fairly old and weather-beaten furnace, along with the obviously freshly placed billows that look far more newer than the rest of his workshop. Obviously the leather has been reworked and retooled to more of the old worn handles of the bellows itself. You can see he just take note of you and kind of gives a nod to you and goes to step out.
Hello, my good sir.
Oh, welcome to my tiny shop here. I was wondering if there is anything I could help you. Definitely don't look more of the, well, ones looking to retire to Velakovich.
No. We're just simply passing through on our way to go deal with some bandits up at the hills.
I see. You looking for crossbow bolts or all this?
No. I unsheath the great axe and put it down on the table. I'm looking for an upgrade for this old gun.
And you can see he runs his hand across just to see how sharp it is still. Oh, you can tell that, I assume you've probably oiled your axe and make sure it's upkept.
I look after my weapons.
Yeah. So with that, he nods. Like, it's a good piece of metal. It's well kept. I assume by the looks of your equipment that you're not very familiar with these lands still.
We suck.
Not too much. We came from a small town down to the south and we just made our way up here. We got attacked by some bandits on the way, and they weren't too much of a problem, but we've been tasked with the force of removing a few of the bandits from the neighboring lands.
Then consider yourself lucky, friend. You have not run into any of the wolves or the other werewolves that surround these lands.
Oh, my friend here deals with wolves quite well. He's quite the wolfish expert, if you will.
He sees the plug, he knows well.
Yes.
Man of culture.
When I grab him from behind, I whisper in there.
Oh my fucking god. So, with that, it depends on how much you're willing to spend. I don't really do too well with magic, if you're wondering for that, though. I can at least silver your weapons.
How much would silvering my weapon cost me? How much would that set me back for just the great axe? The great sword here can carry an enchantment of its own.
Well, with the silvering, it's only about 100 gold. Seems like a lot, but I guarantee you that it will never wear off in the edge, and even if it does chip or if it does get damaged, I promise the fine reworking of my, working on your...
100?
If he has 100.
Yeah, do you have 100 gold still? I can give you some gold.
I'm down to 96. I need 4.
Just shy because of the door. Fuck.
Because of the door.
Yeah.
I'll give you 30, so you don't have to spend all your gold.
No, I appreciate it.
I mean, it protects me as well, so...
Yeah, I'll look after you. And I can toss it to you when you're in dwarf form and you can go ham with it.
That's fine. Can I... No, can I... As a druid, can I...
It's a single-handed weapon. It's a one-handed.
Okay.
Battle axe is one-handed, so...
Yeah, something you use while you're out of animal form if you ever get dropped from it.
So all I got is my quarterstaff.
Yeah.
And my flame sword.
Well, you can cast flame sword on the axe.
Sure.
Yes, and so if you could silver this, that would be most excellent of you, my good sir.
Obviously, not being rude, need to throw at least half the money up front, just so I can
That's
get the
fine.
silver.
I'm not going to give you half. I pay for everything up front,
It's most
but I
generous.
expect it to be done quickly.
Promise you, especially since you're paying in full now, I'll set everything else aside. Everyone else can stand to wait a little
Fuck
bit.
off.
Send. You're asking to what? Make what silver?
Bear teeth silver?
Your bare teeth silver?
He's asking for silver implants on his teeth. I would go for your claws over your teeth, my good sir.
I mean, well,
Your teeth will hurt much more. Ask for little gloves that you can put on as a bear.
Yeah, alright, yeah, that's something.
Little bear gloves.
I can't do teeth. That would probably be something more of a wizard that would have to be done, but I could definitely make barding gloves for a bear. If
How much will that cost?
about the same, about 100 gold, just because making sure that the silver won't break once I temper it
This
properly.
silver.
Yeah, I can do that.
I've definitely put a rush on it since all of you are paying in a full, I assume. But even if you're not, you're obviously doing the town a favor by clearing out bandits and other. Because unfortunately, I guarantee you, friend, you will run into something out in those horrible woods.
Yes, we've seen a few things so far.
Yeah, okay.
Nothing north of the town yet. We haven't had a chance to stray that far, but definitely southwards. Quite a mess.
Alright, huh?
Yeah, I heard there was a coat stealing coat rack around here as well. You heard anything about that?
Yeah, some coat thief last night apparently made off with this nice guy's coat.
Because I don't want any of my rags getting stolen.
As a curiosity, to say the least, but I've not seen anything like that unless some kind of wizard is playing a prank or. Well,
Bloody wizards, they're all the same. Useless as shit.
Teleporting 10 feet in front of them for no reason. Fucking.
Head-ass looking wizards. Fireball and kill half an arena of dudes. Head-ass wizards.
the most I've seen anything animated or creepy would be at Blinksy's Toys down the road, but other than that.
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name, by the way?
Creek Valak.
That's a lovely name.
Thank you. And
He's not going to give you a discount, don't even try.
I already paid him.
He's already given us a discount on the weapons, I guarantee you. 100
I already
gold.
paid him, so I don't care. I'm just trying to make friends here.
yes, if there's the coat rack running around animated or anything, I would be definitely careful. The toy maker got off Blinksy is he made something that was on the more perfected side, though. I never really saw the doll myself, though, and it does seem to affect many of the dolls around and toys around. If you see anything that has the names not written on it, not Blinksy, is definitely that weird little thing.
You don't mess with dolls after what happened last time.
We've learned very much not to touch dolls. Dolls are not okay. Cursed little goblin creatures, the lot of them.
I would not like to be kicked in the chin to death.
No.
I've seen that firsthand. It looks painful.
This is a nice shop you've got here.
It is a lovely shop.
I thank you. It's modest. It's third generation of Volok, but we try and do our best. Most of the ironwork and steelwork in this town probably have passed through my hands, my father's hands, or my great-grandfather's hands.
Well, we were sent here by the Baron, so he thinks highly of your steel. And if he thinks highly of it, so do I.
It's most flattering to hear. I'm glad that my works are still being respected and at least have taken some note, even with others that have come from outside these lands. I do hope it treats you at least nicer, and when I'm done with these works, it keeps you safer. Oh,
I appreciate that.
Have you made anything for him recently? Since he's recommended you, so you must have made something for him.
Mostly his chandeliers and even his silverware and such.
Okay.
Oh,
Funny that he recommended you as good blacksmith for weapons.
Might have some.
Oh, if that'd be.
Some spoons.
Mostly Zeke has requested those for the guard. The Baron doesn't put in those orders usually. Baron would usually come down with his wife to see if there's a new finer set. I've managed to, well, occasionally with the Vistani that I've traded with outside the town, though I don't really like dealing with them. I just managed to get some more pure silver and actually got some nicer silverwares that I've put in the shop a few too with my wife.
Yes, I think I've seen some of the silverware. Just saying.
I think something may have happened to some of the Baron's silverware recently.
Yeah, you might get some work coming up.
Yeah, he might be after some new spoons.
Yeah, so he might get coming some good money. I'll jack up the prices of the spoons.
Yeah, if he comes in for spoons, make sure you double the price.
Alright then.
Just squeeze him for every penny you could get.
I'll be sure to do that.
An honest working man like you deserves a little bit of an extra payment every now
Oh,
and then.
that's right. Alright, well, how long would that take for our order?
I'll definitely put a rush on it, and it's not like I have to remake all of it. Give me about a day or two. I'll have to say 2, especially since I would have to fashion more of a claw cover for a bear, though. I think I can get that done in 2 days. Any of your friends need any work? So
I don't think so. The robot has the silver sword, and I don't think the tiefling needs anything.
I'm good.
okay.
No, I've just been informed that the tiefling needs nothing. We're good. No, that
We'd
is
be
all.
standing outside. Had nowhere else to go.
Alright, I guess
I
we're good.
poke my head out the doorway. Hey, you need anything?
Nah, fam, I'm good. Thanks for asking me.
Yeah, you can come check his store out.
He's really nice. It's very short.
He actually is. He's only 5'3".
Oh, fuck, this guy's a giant.
He's short for a human. Let's put it that way.
So you're a human. Would you say that your metalwork rivals that of a dwarf?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Can't tell you that for sure, but I have not really met a dwarven smith.
Neither have I.
I'm sure it rivals that of that last town. Jesus Christ.
Just in brief note, thinking about it and the fact that you're taking care of bandits in the forests and the lands around, if you go past the Lake Vorich, you would be careful. The Mad Wizard seems to be hidden around the lake of late, toward the north end.
The Mad Wizard? I can't say that I've heard of this person yet. No one has mentioned him to me yet. Can't you enlighten a poor old bull? Poor old bull?
Many of the fishermen who come here with looking for more hooks to be made, I've had time to talk with them. I smash out a couple of hundred for them. They've been talking about how they've seen these Mad Wizard coming down to have a drink, or even just kind of mumbling around the lakeside. They seem to had bad luck, unable to catch anything of late. So I'd definitely be careful. Though they have said they've seen a few
Do
spells.
anything aggressive towards them or anything like that? Does he just sort of mind his business, go about his day?
He seems to wander around mumbling all the time. He has been attacked by wolves, which is why many of the fishermen know he's a wizard. Other than that, no one's been foolish enough. They know that he just comes to the lakeside and just seems to mumble there sometimes.
I can imagine this old guy just walking around the lake going,
suddenly getting mauled. He's just like, fireball! just a massive ignition. Across the edge of the lake, just a giant wall of flame. Damn. Interesting. Because from what I've heard of, a lot of the guards have mentioned that a lot of the wolves and other evil creatures here serve the devil, as he is known around these parts, so it feels like it'd be safe to assume that the mad wizard and the devil are not on very good terms.
It's a good assumption, though not many people here are able to really handle magic, and I don't really blame them. I don't think that the Baron would take lightly to a mad wizard being brought into town and maybe even accidentally setting fire to most of the ramparts that protect it.
That's very true. This place and its walls are very flammable looking. You raise a very good point.
Yes.
However, any ally in these dark times is an ally, nonetheless.
But if you are to avoid that area on the north side, definitely the areas of Mount Baratok, north side of the lake. Stay away from there, friends. It's dangerous.
Alright.
Thank you. We will keep that in mind, and I'll pass it on to my companions. It's good of you to share with us. I appreciate the knowledge in the area. We're not familiar with these lands.
You got family?
No, of course. My wife's inside, and children upstairs playing.
That's cool. I respect that, brother.
Thank you. I hope your family's safe, whatever they may be.
I hope so too. May they rest.
I'm sorry, friend.
Quite alright. It's not your fault.
So,
Anyway, I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. You've taken enough of your time, and it seems you have far too much work to stand around lollygagging with us.
have to supply a whole town. I'll let you get to your scouting then. Well, whichever you prefer to do at the time.
Thank you.
What are we doing now?
So,
I'd say we should go sniff around at that toy shop.
alright.
But
What
that's
time-
up to everyone else as well.
What
Like,
day is it?
if anyone else wants to do something else, we could do that instead. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, because you guys have a lot of options on the table. Also, on a side note, as you leave the blacksmith, you do see Zeke standing with 10 guards at his back. You know, inconspicuously, air quote, as you do leave the blacksmith.
Is he looking for some guards himself?
He's you already see the others that have been detained, but also seems to be purposely watching you. You can see everyone in the market is actually very visibly afraid of this man. They seem to clear out of his way very
afraid
quickly.
of him too.
Yeah. They clear out of his way very, very quickly. They don't seem to want to really oppose him.
He can watch.
Now, if Phil had any of his combat forms, like the Barrel Wolf, I would wave at him and smile, but I don't want to piss him off any more than it already is.
You can
So
tell
I'm just gonna...
he's already kind of like just fucking waiting for you guys to fuck up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore him and continue chatting amongst my companions, and then we can decide where we want to go.
Well, we'll go back, have a long rest pretty soon.
If you're tired, dear friend, we can go.
No,
Have
what
a
time is
rest.
it? What time of day is it?
between just waking up, going to visit the Baron for a brief time, and then making your way back over to the main markets for Krieg Velik's smithing shop. Judging by that, it would probably be midday. It's not really that late.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, nah. We can't have a long rest after just talking all day.
Yeah, you would have to spend some time heavily drinking at the bar, probably, or just relaxing for some time. But you do.
Well,
Let's go drinking.
I mean, we can go check out that toy store, see what it's all about. Sniff it out.
All right.
You can cast some. How many times a day can you cast that?
I have 2 more casts.
So maybe cast that around this toy store, see what that's all about.
Maybe inside, maybe not outside. Outside, I feel like I'm gonna get way too much negative energy just coming from Arm Boy and the surrounding area. Yeah.
The rest of the
Juju is gonna give me a fucking nosebleed coming from that bastard.
Speaking of nosebleed,
Almost knocked me out earlier when we were walking down the hallway.
All right.
So yeah, let's go investigate Creepy Town.
I think you got almost knocked out from simp energy.
So, goddamn. With that, you approach the toy shop, familiar. Just as another brief description, you can see that this cramped shop has a dark entrance, a portico, which above hangs the wooden sign shaped like a rocking horse with a B engraved in the front in bold, going across with the side saying Blinksy's Toy Shop, which you could see on both sides of that. Flanking the entrance are 2 arched lead-framed windows, and through the dirty glass you see a jumble of displayed toys hanging from placards bearing the slogan, "Is no fun, is no Blinksy."
I walk in there, I go, "Hey man, what's going on, man? It's my son's birthday next week, and I need to get him something. What do you recommend? What's something good for my 8-year-old son?"
So, with that, you are immediately greeted by a heavy-set, jolly-looking man. As you can see.
Can I transform into a monkey now?
Yes, you can.
Yes!
So,
I'll get you something.
Monkey saddle!
Monkey saddle!
with that, you do see in this creepy toy store various toys all around. But as he kind of quickly turns to you, and is
How long is that monkey's tail? Look at
Before
it.
this, because I'm still outside, I peek my head in and go, "Dwarf, remember, don't touch anything."
No,
And then I lean back out the door.
so.
Son's birthday. 28.
So, as you are greeted by this man, he says, "Welcome, my friend. Welcome to Blinksy's Toy Shop. What can I make you smile with today? You said your son. I can guarantee you that I would give you the best gift he has ever had. Is there any particular kind of style that your son prefers? Color, kind of stuffed doll, a wood horseman, all of this?" And he even goes to a wind-up musical merry-go-round figures that have starling wolves chasing children in place of panicking horses. You can see what looks like ventriloquist dummies that look like Strahd von Zarevich. A wood and string mobile set of hanging bats with flapping wings. A set of wooden nesting dolls are smaller than each, and each one that gets smaller is older and older until it reaches the center where it's a mummified doll inside. And then the miniature gallows complete with trapdoor and weighted hangman.
Wow.
And a headless doll with a sack of attachable heads, which include one with its eye and mouth stitched shut. Obviously, the most expensive piece is 9 silver pieces, but the rest seem to be priced around 9 copper.
Okay.
At this point, I'm gonna walk into the store as well.
All right. With that, you can see he is surprised at like the sheer size of you.
Hello.
and you can see that aside from the jester's cap that he's wearing, it's obviously very old and moth riddled. Obviously, it's one of his oldest. And he's sitting there, and you can see that he's obviously been working on stuff. As he looks up to the rest, he's like, welcome. What can Gadolf Blinksea make you smile with today, friend?
I just wanted to step out of the weather outside. It's bloody awful out there. It's cold and miserable. It's quite nice and warm here.
I'm glad either way that you're at least enjoying the nice heat of my store. I say, smiles always make the better day. So, is there any particular style that your son would prefer? Is in a doll or a toy? I do make some to order, as you can see. And he does a little hand wave, and you see that, especially for the various dolls, especially for his stitch work, Garen, you recognize the style of the doll stitch work right away, especially since you've seen it not too long ago. Zeke definitely buys his dolls from this man.
Oh.
Sir, I have a question. Do any of the Baron's men come in here to buy anything in particular?
Oh, of course, all the time. The good man Zeke, he comes in to buy one of my personal best and favorites, the wife of the devil himself, Tatiana, is my personal best seller with him. He buys it every single time.
So you make these dolls about her? Or he asks for them to be made like her?
No, you mistake it. It's way back different. Originally, the devil himself had been infatuated with this woman named Tatiana. The fiery hair that she had, the absolute defiance. She was to be married off to his younger brother. I have seen a portrait of this woman. I personally remake her beauty in this doll every time, and he insistently comes in to purchase every single one that I make. I could not deny such a man. It brings such a good smile to his face. And I definitely agree with the Burgomaster that to free ourselves from the devil himself is to fill ourselves with grandeur and joy and happiness, of course. I mean, look at this town. We have been safe for who knows how long already.
Are these dolls special in any way? Or are they just a straight up doll?
Oh, just a doll. It's just a regular stuffed doll made from carbon cloth.
Oh, okay.
So he comes in and buys every single one.
Every single time I make one, he comes in quite regularly to check. Oh, how rude of me. I'm so very sorry. My name is Gadolf Blinksea. I am the Wizard of Tiny Wonders, as he does the little hand over all the toys in his shop.
I like your title. It's very fitting. I have a question. How long has he been coming in to buy these dolls?
Oh, quite some time. Probably. This does take quite a bit of time to get the proper colours and the cloth, so I'm sure you know. Blinksea usually has to trade with some of the Vistani, though. Not the most savoury, but they still get most elegant cloth. He's been buying them for about a year now. Though.
And how long have you been making them? Longer than that? Or?
Only in the recent time of the year. Though, then again, he himself has checked the store occasionally, but after seeing the doll in the window shop, obviously before my brief despair has touched me upon, but I still insist on making this doll, and he insists on still buying it. I could not deny it.
That's fair. I like some of these pieces you have here. I point at the wolf carousel thing. That brings a smile to my face.
He picks it up a little, like, you just definitely enjoy this. He winds the watch spring a little and sets it down. It starts playing a little bit of creepy, music, but then you see like the children running and the wolves like quickly prancing after them, trying to bite them.
Now that
That's class.
brings a smile to my face. Somewhat. I don't like that it's children, but, you know, that's fine. Maybe next time if you make one of these, change out the children for town guards. That would get a rise out of me.
I'll definitely be sure to think of that. And yes, we'll be ending soon. Because, obviously, at this point, as you are having this discussion, because obviously, Gadolf Linksy is, he's just a toy maker. He seems, seems to make the special stalls for Zeke.
Yeah.
But, with that, you do hear, a woman panicked running around asking if anyone's seen her daughter. And with that, we'll leave off there, as she kind of quickly comes to the door to see if anyone's, aside from yourselves, are inside the toy store, to see if you've seen her or not. And quickly describing him, one with long flowing black hair, and curiously enough, it is, especially obviously from the way she's dressed, a Vistani woman.
Good. I better not talk to this human being.
So, with that,
Because not only is it of someone that's lost their kid, but it's a Vistani.
so with that, we'll leave off on the curiosity of the missing daughter. Can't say child, but we'll pick up there next week. So, apologize if things seemed a little slow, but there's a lot of shit happening in this town.
No, it was good.
So a very sick robot.
And you're very lucky he rolled very shitty on that wisdom roll.
What'd he roll?
A fucking 7 on advantage.
Yes! Yes! Get fucked!
Oh,
You guys are not on your side.
yes. You're lucky. You're very, very lucky.
No. It's all skill. All skill.
Pure skill. Nothing but skill.
So what were the two numbers you rolled? A 7 and what?
A 6 and a 7.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
It was fucking garbage.
I watched when you rolled it, you were like... like the look of just...
Was that when he ripped off the door?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the deception of like I tripped, but at the same time, like, you guys did have a drink in the morning. Not that saying you're an alcoholic, but it was still on your breath.
Hey, I don't drink very often,
It's true.
so it's a very good chance that I was fucked. Because I had a lot the night before,
You're a
and
big
then
boy.
I had a big bunch of it this morning.
A 600-pound lightweight.
I'll catch you.
Whatever the f...
Rest well, Rosie.
Rosie.
Feel well soon, love.
That's the plan.
Hopefully.
I missed her already.
She's dead.
She is dead.
She said bye this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
She's obviously feeling
Dude,
better if she
when
said
she-
bye.
yeah, when she doesn't say goodbye, you leaves. And then she leaves. But no face cam because Rosie looked like shit today.
Yeah. So.
She's not well.
No.
Poor chicken.
Yeah.
Chimkin.
Chimkin.
Chimikin.
Alrighty. So,
I'm waiting to go back into that fucking tavern, and the guy whose jacket Rosie stole is gonna be in the tavern like, hey, you see my coat?
No. No, I have not.
Who the fuck are you?
All the rooms I booked out. I only booked out for one room, one night.
It's fine, we can just go book it again.
it is true.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's much of a busy tavern anyway.
There's like 2 rooms available, so.
Oh yeah.
They only have 3 rooms.